hear it all over there. Nope. We got to end this one. Still nothing. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. Good evening and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Dallin El Idolo d225. I forgot my name for a second. Taylor. Yo, this is another Fuego day on the MyT Sports Podcast. When I say in Fuego, we're talking about, big time in Fuego. It is September 30th. It is Friday evening. We have highs todays of 87, lows today of 71. Right now it's a little windy. We got minimum clouds. It is feeling real nice outside right now. The only reason I can't have the window open is only because those bugs will find a way to start seeping in through the mesh. And next thing you know, we'll have a whole bug infested thing going on over here. So we're not about to do that at all, right? But folks, it's a beautiful day outside, and it's another beautiful day to have a podcast. Oh, do we have a lot coming for you, right? We're gonna talk about the halftime show. We're gonna readdress that. I think we talked about that either earlier this week or we talked about it last week. We're gonna bring that back up again. It's something I need to address real quick. Porting the boy, right? Also, we're gonna talk about Brittany Griner. We won't stop bringing her up until she is free. Just to let you guys know, folks, we gotta talk about Zach Wilson's return. We're gonna talk about, folks, I ain't tripping, don't worry. We're gonna about how the Finns effed up. We're going to give our birthday shout-outs. We got our power rankings to get into. We got head, shoulders, knees, and Tua. Listen, you know how this thing is going. Folks, we're going to make sure that we remind you guys to do something very important later on the podcast. Right, so make sure you stick around for that, folks. We got our picks. We got Blue Chew. We got the raffle. We have all that and more coming up next on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you guys already know what we say here. Regardless of the time, and regardless of the weather, it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. Tell him, Coach. Coach?
You play to win the game. Hello?
Bing bong. Woo! Let's start talking. Listen, we back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports Podcast. Ooh. All right. So let you guys know, as you guys may, oh, this is on Prime Video today? I could have watched this regular, really? I'm tripping. I didn't even realize that. I'm over here watching it through the Yes Network. I didn't realize I could watch this regularly through Prime. Right? Yeah, my nipple is kind of tingling right now. It may be because I'm in a big mood. I wanna want you. What I will do. I'm in a big mood today. I really am. I'm in a real big mood. Let's let you guys know. Like, once this podcast is over, we bouncing, we dipping, like we leaving. Like, we're gonna head out to premieres. We're gonna take the podcast out there, and hopefully we can have ourselves a little one-on-one, a little pre-interview. Again, I got some alfalfa going on. Oh no, these are the horns. I thought I had some alfalfa going on over here, right? But listen, folks, we're gonna get a little pre-interview and into the by the individual that is directing the Art of Lust 3. We're gonna get into all that. But you know what though? Let's start the podcast the way that you guys know that we like to start the podcast. This is Volume 8, Episode 10, Track 464. That's where we're at. Track 464, the MyT Sports Pod. Listen. It's 464. Don't you guys even believe that I can remember without looking? Like, I have to check it every single day. And it's just a shocker to me every single day. Like, yo, 464 of these. Damn. You realize, I think by the end of this year, before the end of this year, I got to see how the dates are planning out. But you're talking about 36 episodes before we get to episode 500. So 36 episodes, and I do 3 episodes a week. Right? So we're talking about, what's that, 13, 12? No, that's 12 episodes. Yeah, 12, that's 12 weeks. So, damn. We are looking right around New Year's. We may be doing episode 500 of the podcast. Are we gonna celebrate? We gonna celebrate big time. Like, I don't know what we gonna do. Damn. Yeah, we gonna end up doing this live from Sharkies. I don't know how I'm gonna get around all of that copyright, but yes. But we gonna find something special to do. Episode 500. 500. Damn, T. Appreciate you guys being with me for 500 freaking episodes. Of course, gonna be 500 episodes. Let's start the podcast the way that we always like to start the podcast, and that's with a nice little birthday party. What we like to do is that we like to give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we were on the air. So what are we doing? We covering everybody from the 29th and today. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, do me a little quick favor, read. Drop that beat for me. And it goes a little something like, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, folks, the birthday shout-outs that we got for you today. We got no birthday shout-outs for the 29th. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't see anybody, and you guys know what I do. If you got me as a compadre on Facebook, then that's how I'm gonna know it's your birthday. That's why I get on my birthday. Listen, I told you, the mind don't remember like a lot of these things anymore. So I remember your birthday out of nowhere, right? Without having written it down. Just know that you super duper special to me. Like, you super duper special to me, B. Cause I don't remember none of these stuff anymore. MyT Sports Podcast. Don't you guys forget to like, share, listen, follow. If you listening right now, make sure you share. Make sure you tell a friend who could tell a friend, could tell a friend, could tell a friend. Come remember, the MyT Sports Podcast likes girls who likes girls who likes girls who likes girls who like sports. You understand? We like people that like people that like people that like people that like sports. So share. You never know what we're gonna talk about here on the show. For real, you really never know. The squeaking is going. You see that? I told you guys, the squeaking is going. Right? You don't have to be that squeak was hitting hard. I listened to a couple of the old shows, and I was like, yo, you guys are some troopers. You guys are some troopers. That thing was really squeaking, and when it hit, it was like, yo, Halloween is coming up real soon. Speaking of, man, let's finish up these birthday shots, right? So what we have, right, is birthdays for today. What we have is birthdays for today, and the birthdays that we have today go out to one Richard Perkins. All right, if That's Richard I think that is. He's not even in the States anymore. But it goes out to one Richard Perkins, and another one goes out to one Johnny Roche. I don't know what the hell you have on your name. I say it says Keone or whatever. When the hell you change your name? Stop playing with me, gente. Johnny Roche, happy birthday to you. So let's get it. Happy birthday to Richard and to Kia. Hope you party hard. Enjoy, especially since it's Friday. It's Friday. You might as well be. I just realized for two groups of birthdays, you have no reason to not be coming off or going right into a celebration. If I'm mentioning you today on Friday's podcast, that means you should be celebrating over the weekend. If I mention you on Monday's podcast, that means you should have celebrated on the weekend. If I mention you on Wednesday's podcast, then you should be getting your squeakum squeakum squeak squeakum squeak squeak squeakum squeak 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 squeak. Oh, get off that! On. You understand? So we still celebrating. Again, so to Richard and to Johnny, we want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. Hope you enjoy everything. You regret nothing. But more importantly, you continue to stay 2 guns up. MyT. Bye. 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 Oh man, you know how we go because yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. Bye. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Bye. It's your birthday. It's your because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Bye. Happy birthday. You guys enjoy your birthday. Let's get into the first topic of the day. Down goes Tua. Now, you know what? I don't want you guys to misunderstand me the way I'm gonna sound at some parts of these. Understand, some part of me is strictly speaking from a lowest common denominator, right? And what that is just Jets fan, Dolphins fan. Jets team, Dolphins team. Everything else don't matter. But let's talk about some things that do matter in here, right? So, understand there's certain looks on my face, or you may hear me like throwing a couple of things. Just understand, like, there's parts of me that can't help it. Understand the real topic here, right? Understand what we really, really, really talking about here. Hey, yo, calm down, B. Calm down. Calm down. Yo, can I split you guys? I wonder, can I split you? Let's see. I can. Oh, yeah. We're going to put that back in the shelf. But y'all see what's got to come up here, right? First topic of the day. Down goes Tua. And folks, and Tua Tagovailoa, right? This may be one of the few times you hear me say his name. And that's going to be last time. Tua got a tongue twister, right? That's the reason why I literally said, because his last name really is a tongue twister to me. So it's my own little play on words. I'm not really picking on him. It's just my own little play on words how I remember it. But Tua got a tongue twister. God damn it. Sorry. I had the windows open earlier. He gets himself injured. And he is honestly him that gets himself injured. And I told you last week, we talked about this. And I gave you guys a snippet. If you guys listen to me on TikTok or follow me on TikTok, I gave you guys a little snippet. I gave you guys a little peek behind the scenes. We talked about this on Wednesday. We flat out fully talked about this on Wednesday. It was a bad idea Wednesday to put him back in the game. It was a bad idea to play him 5 days later. We played Wednesday. Today's Monday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? 5 days later, you decided to play somebody that literally couldn't walk from a concussion. Now, this is crazy because they really took us for boo-boo the fool. And I don't know which way to say this, right? They really took us like boo-boo the fool. And that's the reason why, and not for nothing, because you lied, because they allowed you, and because they decided to accept your lie, is the reason why you on the ground set tripping. You guys know what I mean by that. He over here throwing up clips and blood like he live in LA. He technically Tua came out of concussion protocol last week, and the whole entire sports world that knows football, watch football, familiar with football, all was wondering how the hell did he get cleared? Seriously, because we saw it, the fall to the one knee, bam, oh shit, to try to get back up, oh, I'm still wobbly. There's a reason why boxers, MMA fighters, after bad knockouts, right, where they stiffen up like a board, that there's a certain amount of time that has to pass before they can take on another fight. And these are fighters. There's a reason for that. I asked you guys last week. I asked everybody, yo, call in. The phone lines are open. Don't forget, you can see the podcast everywhere. That's Twitter, Facebook, TuneIn, Twitch. I mean, right now, okay, let's start what we're live at. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Where else you want to be live at? We're live on MixLR. We're live on Podbean. Podbean is our call-in line. So if you want to call in and join the podcast, join it through call in through Podbean. We really talked about this on Wednesday. And we asked you, I asked you guys, when have you ever hurt your back and grabbed your head? Let me just ask you this, period. When have you ever, how often? Let's do this, right? Because let's say maybe it's happened every once in a while, right? Maybe there's a very few cases. We're not talking about the outliers here. We're talking about the 99.999% of the time here. I don't want to hear the one example that you could pull out your ass when your Uncle Rufus like broke his leg but he grabbed his shoulder. Nah. When have you ever hurt one part of your body and immediately grabbed the other? So actually, like, when have you stubbed your toe and grabbed your back? Like, when have you hit your head and grabbed your knee? Like, at most, you may stub your toe and shake your hand. Like, God damn it, right? You may do that. But as far as the initial reaction to grab an injured body part, when have you ever hurt your head and grabbed your back? And then remember, I asked you last week. Not even just grabbed your back. Didn't show any initial sign of shock to said back. Because okay, let's say he doesn't grab his back. Let's say he's in that 0.001 percentile that he's grabbing his head after he hurt his back. He didn't even arch his back. Think about that. You fall and you get trauma to your back. You don't even arch. You understand that natural. Oh shit! Goddamn! Like, hey, what was that? We didn't even see that. Nah, it was a flat out back hit, head hit, grab head. Oh my God. Oh my God. Down goes Tua. And we knew last week he shouldn't have came back into that game. But they wanted to win. Just like Thanos. What did it cost you? Everything. Now you have no starting quarterback. Because the very next week, what happens? Oh, man. I want, like, if you guys haven't seen this, right? I want to warn you that it is kind of hard to watch if you haven't seen this kind of thing before. Like, and that's honestly it. Like, if you haven't seen this kind of thing before, I am going to warn you, it may be a little tough to watch. But it is what happened. It really is exactly what happened. So if you guys remember the play, it doesn't take a lot to take Tua down. Remember, Tua is my size, right? He's 5'7", right? He's 5'7" and 180 pounds, right? He's something right. Maybe he's 200 pounds. Who knows? He's miniature. He's tiny, right? Like, for a football player, that is. But the play last week that put him that set him up. It wasn't like it was something. It wasn't like it was something difficult. And folks, Aaron Judge is walking up. Oh yeah, he is warming up. Sorry. Oh yeah, we can see if he can get number 62 tonight. We were so lucky last show that we literally hopped on air as he was coming up to bat. Actually, nope. He's actually up to bat right now. We'll keep listen. You know what's gonna happen here. We gonna keep you guys fully informed about what happens when it comes to Aaron Judge. But until we see what happens there, I'm not just gonna keep you guys inside. And I can't really sit here and do play by play, can I? I mean, I can, but you know, I don't have the express written consent of the blah, 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 blah. So to continue, let's continue. And I thought I had honestly thought I had the video, but I do not have the video of Tua actually getting hit this from last week. I thought I had this one. I thought I had the hits. Oh, he swung on and missed on that one. It's a big swing too. Just got him. And we could tell, and we know that Aaron Judge isn't really kind of person that chases a lot. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the bottom of the 6 right now. There's no outs, so it looks like he's right now at the top of the order. Orioles are up 2-1. Currently, they have Lyles up on the mound. He's just a couple of short of 70 pitches for the night. Aaron Judge lets that one fly by. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Judge steps off the mound and he resets himself. Now, it's funny, right? If we just talk about him resetting himself, that's actually something that's going to be changed real soon in the Major League Baseball. They're going to put the pitchers up on a pitch clock. Pitchers are only allowed, I think, they're only allowed to reset themselves, I think, twice or something like that before they have to throw a pitch. In between their resets, the pitch, I think the batter also gets 1 reset. But they do a whole bunch of rules to go ahead and try and speed up the game. And you know what's gonna happen. We'll really dive into it right before beginning of next season starts, or right in the beginning of next season. We'll start to get back into it, and we'll let you know how these rule changes. And if you guys have been paying attention, they walked them. If you guys have been paying attention to Major League Baseball, something that they've actually started doing in their minors already. So they're basically doing what most leagues like to do: test it on their minors, see how it goes, see how smoothly it can play out. Start getting some umpires and players coming up used to it, and then throw it into your big leagues if there's no major schematics issue or symmetry issue, I guess you can say, right? With how it makes the game look. Look at Aaron Judge just towering over that dude at first base. It's crazy how big this dude. He's like 6'7", or 6'8", I think. He's literally like LeBron size, like legit. He's like LeBron size. That's maybe why they call him the LeBron James sometimes of baseball, because he's just that kind of freakish athlete. Now, who's not a freakish athlete like that is Tua. Got a tongue twister, and he took a bad one, and they weren't bad hits. They were just bad choices. Last week he shouldn't have came back. It wasn't a bad hit that he took last week. He was just pushed down, and he banged his head, and that was enough to make him wobbly. And he was pushed while somebody was kind of pulling up a little. So it wasn't even like he was pushed with all of his force. I am curious, as this investigation goes on, if we end up finding out that Tua even may have suffered a concussion in the offseason or before this. Like he already caught, because even the concussion last week seemed like, hey, it wasn't even that bad of a hit. Like, to be surprised that he was looking like that. It didn't seem that bad. But if one sign of getting a concussion, right? Or one easy way of getting a concussion is to already have had one in the past and have already had one very recently, I wonder if he caught a concussion before then. In one of the previous weeks, and maybe we didn't recognize it. In practice, maybe. Who knows? In the preseason, I wonder if as this investigation goes on, if something new is going to come out. Because they are investigating. And they were investigating since last week. And this week just kind of put the nail in the coffin. Like, see, this is the exact thing we wanted. I'm gonna try not to cuss this podcast. See if I can catch KJ and tell him the same thing. This is the exact thing we wanted to try and avoid. And not for nothing. For who was it on? Was it Prime? Was it on Prime? I think it was on Prime Video last night. This is great for them, right? While most stations would have cut away by now, not them. Au contraire, not them at all. They were not cutting away. They were not going to cut away at all. What they said is that we're going to keep that camera right there. And we're going to show you two on the ground set tripping. Throwing up gangsters like he's clipped in blood. Talking about, take my strong hand. Okay, that's enough of me making fun of him on that one. Right? But just know, no, I don't want that view. Bring me here. Yeah, that one's going to work. Why didn't you work? Something is off. Alright, so the fudge? Okay, let's keep going. Amazon kept the camera right there. They didn't care. They really didn't care. While ABC, NBC may have like cut away by then, they were like, nope. There's no way for us to go anywhere, folks. We're gonna give you this in its full effect, and I was okay. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I was okay with that. Part of the reason, because one is gonna drag and rate it. Everybody wants to see it, right? It's one of those weird things. Like, everybody rubbernecks. You want to see it. You want to see the player's response. You want to see them gravitate around him. It's weird, the things that we want to see. It really is. But I have no problem with them staying there and them saying like, "Hey, this is where we're going. This is what we're going to show you. This is what we're going to end up seeing for the next couple of minutes." And let it be a reminder of the reality of what football is, because sometimes we forget. I really and truly think that sometimes we just flat out forget of how, I don't want to say how violent a sport football is. Like, and I'm curious to see on who's gonna catch the blame for this, right? I really am, because there's supposed to be there's supposed to be a protocol going on, right? They're supposed to have their concussion protocol that covers everything from head to neck and spine. Like, it takes a close look of all those interconnected pieces. And what's going on, sis? And if a body part, and if you get a major injury into that, then you go into those protocols and you're supposed to come out the game. And I'm telling you, there's no way. The only reason why they said it was the back, and I just told you, spine is on there. Right? The only reason why they said it was the back was so they could try to get him to play again. Because if he goes to the concussion protocol, he doesn't get a chance to play last night. He's in protocol for too long. Because they know it's a brain bruise. A concussion is a brain bruise. What happens if you keep banging on a bruise over and over again? It never gets a chance to heal, does it? So I can cause a bruise doing this eventually enough times. They're supposed to have this independent arbitrator, right? Or this independent clinical team that's supposed to look at Tua, right? They're supposed to be they're supposed to help determine what he looks like. I want to know what the hell did. Damn, I wore out the WD-40 already. They're supposed to determine exactly. They're supposed to help determine if a player is able to go back out there. But then again, I find out it's still up to technically the team's medical staff. I thought you was trying to take this out of the team's medical staff's hands. But if he says it's his back, and then he passes the basic cognitive test, what more can you really do? I guess that's probably what they're looking at. He said it was his back, and he passed the test, so they did their part. Like, I wonder how much bare minimum of CYA was done here. Like, oh, we did our part, he did this, but then you could clearly see he wasn't ready. You could clearly see he shouldn't have been there. And then even the head coach, like, see, I feel like everybody's playing ignorant, as if they couldn't see that this man had a problem. And they couldn't see this man was injured. He couldn't walk last week. But you know what? You know who didn't think that he was injured? The gosh darn Cincinnati Bengals. I almost forgot who they played for a second. Like, that's who knew that he hurt his head. Because I guarantee you, somewhere over the rain, but somewhere in that locker room, at some point in time, it was said or hinted towards, let's see if it's really his back that's injured. And regardless if it's his back or of its head, let's see how bad he's injured. Let's test him. I guarantee you. So that tackle wasn't a horrific tackle. It wasn't like they blew him up. No, dude was seated and twirled him to the ground. It was gentler than the initial one that gave him that gave him the concussion. I thought that was pretty gentile. I said it's crazy to me that I don't know why you're not doing it the way I want you to. It's real crazy to me that they allowed him to play. It really is. Like I am honestly shocked. I am full blown shocked they allowed that man to play. But the investigation is gonna go on, and now I guess you can say they got what they wanted. I don't think this is what they wanted, but they got what they were looking for, right? Or they got, I don't say what they deserved. They reaped what they sowed, right? They played the hand, they risked it all, and you got your winnings. Like, sometimes you win and sometimes you crap out. They won last week and they continue to gamble. And this week, he's on the ground looking like a Mochimaru, talking about what happened to my hands. My mom thought it was a hand issue. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my mom thought this was a pure hand issue, like he messed up his hands, and I was like, no, ma, he caught a concussion. Like, you know when you see a boxer or a fighter go to sleep and their body stiffens up, that's him stiffening up. That's him catching immediate arthritis. His brain shut down. You know how to go night night? You know how to go night night? He went night night. They deboed him. You got knocked the out. Bees in the trap. Like I said, I get curious of what's gonna come back, right? I wonder if Tua's baseline test, if he lied on his baseline, because we've also heard this in the past from other athletes that they will lie on their baseline concussion test, right? Mess a couple of things up, get their low score. It's like knowing you're gonna have a weighted score based off your first test of the year, and you go and you purposely get a 25, knowing at that point in time anything that's a 30 or above is gonna get you to pass. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's a weird example, but you know what I mean, right? And I'm just talking about a class of one. But you know, teachers that do that sometimes, they'll take the average score and they'll be like, okay, guys, this is going to be how we grade stuff. And 92 and a better get you 100 because of how this grades. So you get 100 and you get. We've seen teachers do that, and if you haven't, then you've had some really boring teachers. Or maybe that teacher just wanted to get their make sure more students in their class passed. I mean, that's the one acceptable method to do that, by getting the mean of the from the first test, and then using that as the marker for passing. So I wonder if he does that. Cause I'm really curious, because I feel like they're all to blame. Tua's to blame, but players are always going to want to play. Tua's like, when it comes to Tua, right? And not just Tua. When it comes to almost every single player, they're not going to want to come off the court. They're not going to want to come off the field. They're not going to want to come off the ice. They're not going to come off the field. Oh, I said field already. Who else is left? I think that's about it. Field, court, ice, diamond, the ring. They don't want to stop. And players should be, and this is why they say that players need to be protected from themselves. Because every single play, not only could it be your last, but you want to play because you don't know who's gonna be replacing you. And Tua is one of those guys. He's on his rookie contract, and he's very soon coming up on what could be a possibly payday. Basically, not even that. Let's say what it is. He's at the fork in the road. Let's paint that picture a little bit better. He's at that fork in the road where the team is trying to decide if they should invest money in him long time for the future, or if they should tear this down and start all over again, because we're investing in him is going to be a bad investment. Came into the league injured once. Now add on top of it issue with concussions. So you came in with bad hips that we never know when's going to go back out, right? Then you came back, and when you came back, you hurt something else, and now you got a head injury. So you're not as fast and mobile as you used to be, and your head is softer than it used to be. So you're not as tough as you used to be, you're not as fast as you used to be, and you're already a miniature quarterback. Nothing against miniature quarterbacks. I'm just saying, there are times where when all of the things add up, you can't also be small. Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel. I think there's another Cleveland quarterback in there somewhere. I may even say that Zach Wilson, I think, is too small for him to be running the way he is. RG the third. Too small to be taking the kind of hits that he was taking. Too small to be doing what you're doing. And when the things that made you stand out or a little bit more spectacular, when the things don't make you stand out, start to go fast, young in your rookie contract, who wants to invest in that? It's hard enough wanting to invest into a player coming out of college injured. Once they start showing those injuries again, or that injury bug starts biting, who wants to stay around it? Remember, people don't get more healthy. Health deteriorates. You may plateau for a while, but health generally deteriorates. You don't generally get more healthy. Not when you're constantly doing the same things that is putting you in harm's way. Or is deteriorating your health. And the thing about it is, like, I don't even, like, we talked about Tua, but then there's the coach, right? Before we even get to the coach, the medical staff. I think we addressed them already. Bare minimum. I feel like they did the very bare minimum. But then we have the coach who's supposed to be a smarter coach, supposed to be a more compassionate coach. He says all the right words, but then if you really that compassionate, right? If you really that different, what part of you doesn't go, hey, you know what? It may not be the right thing to play you right here. Because now I wonder, after the allegations came out about the owner, that he was incentivizing losing games, has he now incentivized winning games? By any means necessary? Just as long as you erase the narrative that was going on before you got here? Because ultimately, to make the people forget about what happened is winning? Like, who's to know that he didn't have that said to him? Which isn't a wrong thing. But now you may understand why they were so hard pressed to look over something that was so obvious. especially when it's something that the NFL itself is constantly trying to battle. I wonder when this investigation comes out, who's to blame? And can you trust these Dolphins? This Dolphin organization, as I told you, just a couple years ago, they were trying to pay their head coach to lose games. About $100,000 extra per game. Who do you believe? You know, it's crazy because before the season started, right? From the moment I knew who their backups were, before the season started, I had a strong feeling that Tua got a tongue twister, and Daniel Jones would not be the starting quarterback this whole entire season, and then probably not going to be the starting quarterback after week 8. I don't know how long Tua's out, but I guarantee you now they're going to be extra cautious with him. Because I guarantee they don't want to send him out there for a third time and he get knocked out again. Because while people are still okay enough seeing somebody get knocked out on the court, on the field, on whatever, right? It's also because we've also, right, inherited it as part of the game. What we don't really accept as part of the game is somebody dying from it. Or dying on the court, on the field, right? In the parameter, right, of action. Right? A perimeter of action. Right? They don't want to happen to them what happened to boxing this weekend. Where one of their junior welterweights, Luis Quinones, that's that weird combination of names. Personally, who died Thursday night after a knockout loss to Jose Munoz. I hope I said his last name right. Or Munoz. It could be either. He's out. What they call him safe? Oh, Fugazi ass rap. So they don't want an incident like that. Now we told you earlier. There's a reason why boxers do not have fights, or fighters don't have fights very shortly after it looks like they've had a bad loss. Those are mini concussions. After they stiffen up, after they go all iron board on you, there's a reason on why. Thank you. There's a reason why they don't put them back in the fight that soon, or they wait a while. They have to give that brain time to heal. Yes, folks, somebody died on Thursday. A boxer died on Thursday from a bad KO. Imagine if that's happening on the football field suddenly. NFL doesn't want that. Like, the Miami Dolphins and Tua got a tongue twist to put the NFL in a sticky situation. They really did. Because this is the one thing that they've been trying to turn their back on, or basically take a complete about face on when it came to this topic, and make sure that they dotted all their I's, they crossed all their T's, they put that little line on their Q's. But no, they wanted to rip that line off their Q, and now we talk about, oh my God. Now Tua's down. Who knows who's going to be back? He's definitely not going to be back this week. Dolphins fans, call up. and then see, it's the statements that you hear afterwards that that they just wanted to hear the right things to clear him. Oh, well, he popped back up. He had a conversation with us. About what was going on in the room, back in the hospital, everything. He did drills this day. He did everything looked right. Like, I don't know, baby. Like, I don't know how I cheated on you. Like, I just kind of met her at the club, and then I fell and landed in the pussy. Like I didn't mean to fuck her. That's exactly what they did. They fucked that man. But you know what, folks? you too can get fucked. And can get fucked well. How so, you ask? By Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew? Blue Chew just happens to be a little blue pill, folks, that can get you back your thrill. All you gotta do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. And I said I was gonna cuss this show, right? Just a few chews before you do. Right? What are you talking about? Talking about baseball, right? Well, and we're talking about Blue Chew. We're talking about football. But right now we're talking about Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew again? Blue Chew happens to be a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you do is open up this pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. This little thing has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use this week's promo code of, what's the promo code we got for this week? IGIJ, you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. That is Indigo Golf, Indigo Juliet, and you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. And it's not something that you need, it's something that you want. Trying to cure that whiskey dick that you get every once in a while? Blue Chew. You trying to make sure that you do all that stuff that you said you was gonna do in the text messages? To make Blue Chew. Because the Blue Chew is so simple. There's only 2 requirements. You chew it and you do it. Why is Pod Bean playing with you? Is that Natty? Is that Natalie? Oh. I don't know what Blue Chew's playing with. I mean, not Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Chew it and do it. I don't know why Podbean is playing with you. What's going on, Nat? You want the video link? You know you don't need an app for the video link, right? You can listen. The other link that I have that I sent to your Instagram. You don't need an app, and like this is the behind the scenes one. You don't have to get on camera. You still be able to listen. And you can join by camera if you want, and you can also join by audio without being seen as well. I'll send that over to you, and we'll get the P-Funk rocking. All right, that should be coming your way right now. But everybody else, that's on Podbean. You guys before you leave there, make sure you share. You make sure you share before you leave out of there, right? All right, let's get back into the potting business, all right? And again, as we talked about it very briefly, let's also make sure we mention rest in peace to Luis Quinones, who died after having a bad knockout on Thursday night. So while the whole entire world is talking about Tua's knockout, right? Tua eventually got back up. This dude didn't get back up. And that's what the NFL is trying to avoid. But eventually things come up. People go up, they get down, they get knocked down again, they get back up. Right now, Tua's just kind of fighting for his life, right? That's really what that is, right?
I'm fighting for my life.
Because it's a contract year. He's at that fork in the road where they're trying to determine if he should get paid or not. So players, when it's come time to get paid, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure they get that guap. It's too simple. Like that's how they do it. And also, they also know that this is the very short window that they have to make generational money. See, I guarantee you this. If Tua gets the 200 and let's just call it 250 million, right? It's probably gonna be less. If he gets the 250 million, right? And I think I just heard Natalie. Is that what it sounds like when you join? That is how it sounds like when you join. So he just wants. I guarantee, if he got that 250 million, if this would have happened to him then, not only would he not be coming back out, right? Because now he has that money and he's not gonna and he got that bag secured. The team isn't gonna let him back out because they don't want to throw away. They don't want to harm their $250 million investment, and the organization won't let him back out because they don't want to ruin their $250 million investment. You see how it all switches around? See when he's still a young rookie, he's on that young rookie contract. I know it almost sounds like it's a joke. Give it to me one more time if you want to. Like I said, it's always a blast on the Mighty Sports Podcast. Even my phone knows what's going on. We see how they do him when he's a young quarterback. You see how they treat him when he's on that flexible contract, when they haven't had to invest that real money. Oh no, he said he could go back out there. Let the young boy go back out there. He still got to earn his money for us anyway. Cause that's what they're looking at. That's ultimately what they're probably saying too. Is that, you know what? He still needs to earn this money that we're thinking about giving him. But I guarantee you, let them have paid him already. Tua wasn't coming out because Tua wouldn't want to come out and risk his health. Coach ain't letting him back out. Coach don't want to risk that month. Don't want to risk losing their franchise quarterback. Organization don't want him back out. They don't want to lose the guy they just paid $250 million to. The whole entire everybody's thought pattern would have changed if he would have gotten that money now. Now they're looking at him like, I don't know if you're worth this money here. Can't stay healthy. You got a soft head. You got bad hips. Like you're one tackle away from being snapped in half. You're a miniature quarterback. You can barely see over the defense as it is, or the offensive and defensive line as it is. You got small hands, like you all of it. But again, ultimately, let's hope that Tua has a speedy recovery and he's able to continue his life without any complications. I don't need him rushing back to the field. I'm not gonna wish that. As a Jets fan, I'm not gonna wish that on him. As a person, I can wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope he gets back to a point where he doesn't have any future complications in life. But do I want him back anytime soon? No, NFL, take your time. NFL, take your time. Investigate this. Hold him out until it's investigated. Double check, triple check, quadruple check, discount, double check if you have to. If you have to sit him down for 6 down, take your time, relax. There's no rush here. You want to get it right. You don't want to be fast. You want to be right. Oh man. See, it's just that I can't see your comments now though. Do you have you should have chat options. Let's see. Aaron Judge. No, that wasn't Aaron Judge. Somebody else. See, I just see pinstripes hitting the ball, and I'm like, Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge? Nope, I don't care. We're trying to see if we get to that 62. We're trying to see if we get to that 62. We're trying to see if we can get as lucky as we were on Wednesday. Like, as we popped up on the air, Wednesday was happening. And us and the El Capitan had the same exact response. Yes, 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 yes. Let's talk about some other kinds of response, right? Because as you win and you lose in this league, you end up going up and down the power rankings, and that's kind of what we've seen here. We've kind of seen a couple of changes, right? We've seen a couple of changes in the power rankings, and we're probably gonna see another change with this Dolphins loss. I remember having this conversation with somebody recently, all right, and we were talking about how far up in the rankings that the Dolphins may get. And he was saying that they should definitely be in the top 5. And I was like, and only because it was a big jump. They were sitting at 8 at the time, right? Maybe a little bit lower. And I was just thinking to myself, for them to come into the top 5, I mean, they're gonna have to really be there. That's a 3 to 4 spot jump. And I could still see them giving a couple of 2-1 teams, putting a couple of 2-1 teams ahead of them. No, really only one 2-1 team that they put ahead of them, which was actually kind of ironic that this one team was ahead of them. So in the power rankings, we had the Philadelphia Eagles, right, came up with the number 1 spot. They moved up 2 spots from, can I get a little, yeah, look for that for me. All right, they came up 2 spots from number 3. Now, I don't think anybody has any problem with Philly being the number 1 spot, right? With the Buffalo loss that they had to Miami, there's no other undefeated teams in the league. Outside of Miami, I don't think that you trust that Miami. I don't think anybody thinks that Miami is a better team than Philly. There's gonna have to be a whole lot more show me than anything else. right? But the Buffalo Bills came in at number 2. And it was probably like right around here where I was a little bit surprised. Right? Only because as I'm looking at them at number 2, they were number 1 last week, right? So obviously they fell the one spot, and it was like, okay, we're gonna put Philly ahead of you, we're gonna drop you one spot. But the thing is that what they didn't put the Dolphins ahead of them, and the Dolphins were 3-0, and the Dolphins had just beaten them, and even the experts were like, you know what, do it again. Seriously, even the experts was like, show me that one more time. But they did manage to put them above every other 2-1 team, right? Green Bay came in the power rank at number 4, put them ahead of them. Kansas City came in at number 5, put them ahead of them. Green Bay before that was at the 5 spot. Kansas City before that was at number 2 spot. So Kansas City dropped 3 spots to fall to number 2. LA Rams maintained their same spot at number 6, right? Baltimore Ravens, they jumped up 3 spots from number 10 to get into number 7, also with a record of 2-1. Right? Tampa Bay would fall 4 spots and fall to 8 from number 4. So they're no longer not even in the top 5. Minnesota would improve from 11 spot to number 9 with a record of 2-1. Cincinnati, with their win, they jump up 2 spots. With their first win of the season, they jumped up 2 spots to go 1-2. Now this is when things get interesting to me, because I was like, okay, that's your top 10. And I was like, wait a minute. Cincinnati creeped in as a top 10? You guys realize there's some 2-1 teams out there that are being ranked lower than Cincinnati because they're like, yeah, even with only 1 dub, we still think they're head and shoulders better than you. Let's bring in some of those honorable mentions, right? You get an honorable mention. Not number 1, but number 2. You get an honorable mention. Right? Shout out to Drake for that song. That's probably one of my favorite Drake songs. Honorable mention and also side pieces. I would have you court side, not the middle row. Shit was all good about a week ago when you blew me in the tennis room. Okay, let's stop. All right. First honorable mention goes out to the Dallas Cowboys, who jumped up 7 spots, folks. You thought the Dolphins had made a major jump by jumping up 5 spots from number 8. The Dallas Cowboys jumped up 8 spots from number 21 up to 13. They had a record of 2-1. Still didn't have them ranked below Cincinnati. Actually, 3 spots below Cincinnati, and it only goes downhill from there because they were the highest of the 2-1 ranked teams. So, Dallas Cowboys fans, you actually have something to celebrate on this one. When it comes to the 2-1 teams that are not in the top rank in the top 10 of the power rankings, you are the first 2-1 team outside the top 10. That is something to be proud of. Somewhere in Cowboy Nation, somebody can make that a positive. You guys are spin doctors. You guys spin anything. Don't you guys forget to like, share, and listen to the podcast. Or like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. My bad. That way you hear that bing bong every time that we go on. MyT Sports Podcast is always a blast. Where? On the MyT Sports Podcast. Dallas Cowboys, right? Their record of 2-1. They're number 3rd. They're power ranked 13th, right? Behind them at 14th, with also a record of 2-1, are the Denver Broncos, being led by Russell Wilson. They jump up 3 spots from number 17. So you have to also realize that for a lot of these teams, they were sitting at 1-1, and then they finally getting that second win. So you understand what's kind of happening here for a lot of these teams. A lot of these teams weren't 2-0. There weren't a lot of 2-0 teams out there. No. Pump your brakes, pimpin'. We got Cleveland. They jumped 5 spots from 22 up to 17. Surprisingly. At 18th spot, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars may have made the biggest jump out of them all, where they jumped from number 28 to number 18 with a 2-1 record. Now, they're not the lowest of the 2-1s. There's a couple of teams lower than them. Right? If the Dallas Cowboys is the highest of the 2-1 teams outside of the top 10, we're about to get into the 2 lowest teams with a 2-1 record outside of the top 10. After the Jacksonville Jaguars at 18, you have the New York Giants. Yeah, Giants. It's you. And I don't know how you should take this, right? Because you have the Giants have a record of 2-1. So listen to this part, Natalie, right? Because I know you favor the Giants. This one may sting a little, so make sure you're sitting down for this one. The Giants are power ranked as the 22nd best team in the league with a record of 2-1. Now, granted, if you were just counting 2-1 teams, they can easily be within the top 10. But no, they're saying that, you know what? There's some 1 and 2 teams that we don't think we don't think you're better than. But even worse than that, there's an 0-3 team they don't think they're better than with 2 wins. The Las Vegas Raiders have an 0-3 record. They are ranked 21st, 1 spot ahead of the Giants in the power rankings. And the power rankings and the Giants got 2 wins. I'm gonna let you know right now, that's mad disrespectful. That's mad foul. Yeah, that is them kind of thing they're to make a cuss bad word. That's the easiest way for me to say that. Them the kind of something there that make you want cuss bad word. You see me? And there's still one worse. There's still one worse for them. Luckily for you Giants, there's still one team that's worse with a 2-1 record. That is the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears got a record of 2-1. And they're ranked 27th in the power rankings. 27th. And yes, the Jets are worse than them. But yes, you heard that. I think I did the Blue Chew commercial too soon. But you know what though, I had to. We were just talking about being stiff and stiffening up, you know, and set tripping, you know, and making sure you get right. I had to give you guys the Blue Chew commercial right when we did. But you know what? I mean, you can always go for a little bit more Blue Chew. Just because I told you about Blue Chew once doesn't mean I can't tell you about Blue Chew again and again and again and again and again. Because that's how many times you'll be going after you use Blue Chew. Yes, folks. On and on and on and on. You'll be stroking till the break of dawn. You'll do it till she sings that song. Ooh. Listen, you want to get a little freaky? You want to hook up with your sneaky link? And this is your 4th round today? So you like think, sync. How do I continue my pinning streak, my winning streak, and still perform at my peak? I got 2 words for you: Blue Chew. You know about Viagra CLS? It's like that. Low cost, it got that. Discreet shipping, what package? Only the one that you're carrying. That's the only thing that's gonna be noticed. Use the promo code. I told you about it already. IGIJ, Indigo Golf, Indigo Juliet. And all you pay for is shipping and handling. Next thing you know, like Tyson in his prime. Next thing you know, you're like Bonds when he was hitting dingers. On my word, son, everybody is a winner when you chew it and do it. Let's go ahead and retrace something real quick, right? Recap on something that I touched on earlier in the year. Remember, we're only on show number 10, so this is really within the first 9 shows. I may have said this. So recently, we just got some news about them making a change up to who was going to be doing the halftime show. And got some butter. And I came on this airway, and I said that I don't even know who it was, right? And I couldn't remember. And I said to myself, whoever it was, they must be unrememberable, right? Must be someone that's easily forgotten, because I can't remember who it is anymore since they mentioned Rihanna. That's how quickly I forgot it. That just shows you how I wasn't excited for this person. Now, while a lot of stuff was true in that statement, really not excited for that person portion, they wasn't really that easily overlooked, because they replaced her for Taylor Swift or Katy Perry, one of the two. I get them too confused. And don't ask me how can you get Katy Perry or Taylor Swift confused. I don't actively listen to any of their music. They both kind of sound the same to me, man. I couldn't point out who has what song from what. Like, if you play the Taylor Swift song, I wouldn't know if it was her or Katy Perry. Shit, I barely know if it was her or Tyler Perry. Oh man, I am wild. I do get reckless. I do get reckless. So it makes the show so fun. Like, we run and gun with the topics. Last week I came on and I said that they must not have been a memorable person for me not to even remember who it was. So I wanted to look up and be like, yo, who was it? Who was it that like, who was it that they replaced them for? And yeah, it was Taylor Swift or Katy Perry, one of the two. And ultimately, it still made me say, you know what? Well, I get them trying to use either one of those two icons, right? Because they're both iconic, right? Because they both are iconic in their own way. I'm not taking that away from them at all. I just know that it didn't move my needle. Like, it didn't blow any bubbles in my bathwater. Hearing that it was going to be Taylor Swift or Katy Perry, right? Neither one of them enticed me as an artist. Like, basically, I had chopped that time up to, like, you know what? If I am in a place where I can't smoke, I can't smoke inside. I'll be outside smoking during the halftime show, or maybe I'll be fucking somebody in the bathroom if I'm lucky enough. I really said I wasn't gonna cuss this podcast. I am trying my best to give you a potty-free podcast. It don't go smoothly. Welcome everybody that's listening to on all platforms: Podbean, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I see you all. If you listen through Podbean, don't forget Podbean is our call-up line. If you would like to join the show, just call in through Podbean and we will get you on the air. So of course I said, like, they placed it with Rihanna, and it was, like I said, it was a different vibe. It wasn't that it was fuck him in the bathroom. It wasn't that I was disappointed. It wasn't that I wasn't excited for this. Like, but Rihanna brings a different energy. Now when Rihanna comes on, I may actually stay around for the halftime show to watch it a little bit. Because I'm pretty sure if I am there with somebody, they're going to want to watch Rihanna now too. See, it all depends what race I was fucking with at the time too, though. Because, you know, I mean, I could have been fucking with somebody that would have preferred Katy Perry or Taylor Swift more. But everybody loves Rihanna. See, like, I feel like everybody was there. All parties want to listen to Rihanna. Everybody wants to be another nigga on the wish list or the hit list. And speaking of another one on the hit list, Nick, congratulations! Like, let's make sure we give Homeboy his flowers, give him his big ups. Like, do what we do here on the show, right? To Nick Cannon, he's officially had his 10th kid. Didn't even know Rihanna was a topic, but now I feel like fuck him in the bathroom more. Halftime was the topic, but hey, see exactly. But I feel like if Rihanna's on, I'm not fucking anybody in the bathroom for Rihanna. Like Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift or Katy Perry, I feel like I could get a good stroke on in the bathroom during halftime. I feel like whoever if I'm with somebody, we can go away, we can sneak away for halftime if it's Katy Perry or Taylor Swift. Who I'm not confusing their names. They really are the same person in my head right now. I don't know why, but they really. I'm sorry. But Rihanna just brings out so many. Like you understand? Because now if Rihanna is going to be at the halftime show, what I can do if I'm with somebody, if they don't have any Fenty, I can buy them some Fenty, right? And that way, now they have Fenty on on at halftime, right? I can get them. They can have Fenty on, and that way they're always in the mood too, and it's in the back of their head like, hey yo, like this dude got me some Fenty. You know what I mean? Like so when Rihanna come on, so you know what I mean? You know, Rihanna come on, put on the Fenty. You know, she start feeling a big mood. You catch it. You know what I mean? You catch her in the bathroom. Next you know, she got the Fenty on. Rihanna singing in the bathroom. It's just like you smashing Rihanna. Like listen, don't tell her that's your plan, fellas. But that's how you do this halftime, right? You get your girl some Fenty. I need a Fenty promo code. I'm over here pushing Fenty, right? But you get your girl some Fenty, right? You tell her that you want her to wear Fenty at Super Bowl. I ain't even seen the Dama show, and the only thing I'm eating over here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what's that Bad Bunny song? Mi viva la chocha de Puerto Rico. Mi viva la chocha de Puerto Rico. Me gusta la chocha de Puerto Rico. Me gusta la chocha de Puerto. Like, that's the only thing I'm eating over here, B. But seriously, like you tell your girl to put on, like you buy some Fenty for her, right? You have her put that on for the Super Bowl. You have her think about like being sexy in the Rihanna joint. And then you try to sneak away during halftime. And while you hear Rihanna's song in the background serenading, you serenade that ass. You have everybody hitting those high notes. I'm just saying. Everybody come away from that show feeling all sweaty, like, whoo, my hair. You think he was eating butter? You know what? Thank you for sharing the show. Listen, I heard that he didn't, and I didn't even watch the show yet, but I heard that he didn't eat people with tattoos because he thought they tasted funny. I can't believe, like, see, Jeffrey Dahmer was out here eating the whole person. I still can't eat ass, but he out here eating the whole person. Like, he a real one. I mean, he was crazy, but he a real one. I'm still not eating ass though. Like fuck that. Like I'm still not doing it. Sorry. It's not there for me. Speaking of, right? Did we give a congratulations to the big homie already? I think we did. But let's run it again. I wanna. Oh, Nat came in because Nat wants to join the conversation. I see what happened there. Nat is like, yo, I want to be part of this conversation. I got things I want to say, and you ain't seeing it here. Oh man. But Nick Cannon officially had his 10th kid. So big up to Nick Cannon for having his 10th healthy, successful baby. So that is officially a basketball team and a whole bench. Like, you couldn't hear me on another platform. That's ironic. Let's make sure that we're not. I don't know. Can't get that figured out. Could have been just you at the time. Who knows? You know he was eating. oh yeah. Nick Cannon definitely eats ass. Like this is all speculation, right? You guys have to understand this, right? But I understand that also.
These pods are recorded for quality and training purposes.
Oh, that could have done it too. Who knows? I don't know the schematics of it. But yeah, Nick Cannon definitely looks like he eats ass. Like he definitely looks like a bona fide. And then also, I feel like that he gets attracted to the kind of women too that he would eat their ass. But you know, let me ask you this though. Mariah Carey tells you to eat her ass. You not eating ass? I'm even asking myself this. Like, I'm not just asking you guys. I am drawing myself this question. If if Maya Carey came out here and was like, "Yo, I want you to eat my ass," and Maya Carey is your main smoochie, you not eating that ass? Like if you've never eaten ass before, are you telling Maya no? And I'm just letting you know that's probably the first time that she swings on you too, or she got a temper. But Nick Cannon, his officially has his 10th kid, and he's just putting it out there like, "Yo, I'm just trying to make millionaires." He's like, "Yo, 10 millionaires right now." I would eat it with the Dharma stare. Listen, I'll eat with the Dharma glasses. Actually, I used to have the Dharma glasses. Actually, I think one of my homegirls used to call them the Jeffrey Dahmers, and I told her she had to stop saying that. Listen, man, like those avian, like, so who was it? Was it Rick Ross that came out that was like and was trying to find out where he got those aviators from? And I could get it. Like, you could just, without knowing they're the people eating glasses. You just like I can see people just being aviators or well known design of glasses. And I had me one. They didn't have the yellow tint though. Like, I should have got me ones with the yellow tint. But I feel like if you get a pair of aviators with a yellow tint, then you also gotta rock like a velour suit and a Kangol hat. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta get yourself like a big old rope chain or something like that. Like, you can't just have like aviators in a yellow tint and not have like a gold tooth. You know, like I seen on TV glasses. Yeah, you know, like something like that. Like you have to have like a fly layer about you. You can't just be a regular degular rocking some aviators with a yellow tint. Like, you see what happens to people when they put on those glasses with the yellow tint. It turned Dom into an ass eater. I mean into a people eater. Like, he's a man eater. Like, Halloween's a couple days away. We about to be in October soon. Speaking of man eaters. Yo, did they play that song? I wonder now. Did they play that? So for you people that have seen the Dharma show so far, did they play that song during the show? He's a man eater, or she's a man eater, or the man eater song at all? Because if they did, that would be ironic. That would be funny as hell. Can't be Under Armour gear eating ass. Whoa! That's Stephen Curry's brand. Like, and not for nothing, I think Stephen Curry's an ass eater too. I feel like we know Dwayne Wade's definitely an ass eater. Like actually, you know what? Let's leave Dwayne Wade alone. Yeah, let's leave Dwayne Wade and the whole Wade family. And plus, I'm too close to Wade County right now. Like, I'm not trying to catch any of that backlash. Right? I'm not trying to catch any of that Wade smoke right now. Yeah, you guys keep that shit over there. Listen, I love Dwayne Wade. He's like he's one of like the only 3 Heat players that I actually kind of respect. You know what I mean? Or the only 3 Heat people involved in the organization that I kind of respect. Like, it's Dwayne Wade, Bobby Lewis, and I'll give you my third when I get there. Like I can give you 2 people in the Heat organization that I respect, and that's about it. Yo, speaking of big up, yo. Big shout out to our brethren, Bobby Lewis. You guys know him better as DJ Scepter. He just signed a contract to be the DJ for the Miami Heat whenever they travel in the off season for the preseason to the Bahamas. So every year he'll be over there in that little Ellis Island area. So big up Bobby, for real. Like, listen, and I big him up more than because this has been one of his lifelong dreams. Like, when you talk about somebody chasing their dream, he has been chasing his dream, and he has chased, and we're talking about from not so humble beginnings, like to getting it all the way to where he's heading now. Yo, big up to you, my brethren. Love seeing what you do. You keep making your moves, one foot after the other, until you reach to the top of your goals. You know what I mean? I did that for no reason.
This is for you!
I did that for no reason. I just like to fuck with Cleveland. Speaking of, let's get a couple of these injury reports, right? Because we're about to start doing our picks. We're about to start doing our picks here pretty soon. Oh no, listen, yeah, Bobby was over there with you. Yeah, Bobby, yeah, you was over there. Bobby was over there with you. Like you guys could have taken pictures on the slip and slide together. Not to mention, sis, did you hop on the slip and slide? Did you get on one of those big slides? Like, you know, like that big slide they got in DC that's built all poorly. Do they have one of those over there, but with water on it? So you just like splash, splash. Oh, face first, splash, side splash, splash. Wake up the next day. How did I get this bruise on my hip? I don't know why I just made you like an old smoking Jewish lady. Why'd I get this bruise on my lip? I mean hip. All right, let's continue to march forward, right? And let's get a couple of these. So speaking of Knicks take, do I have a Knicks? Who are you, Tears? I do, listen. I can't give you a Knicks take, right? But I have all next week. I really do. Like basketball starts next week. Like you see, you playing with me. Like, do you have a Knicks take? Like, if you have one, I got one. Oh shit! KJ just popped up. Who are you, Tears? You must have heard of me before. You must have been here before to know that I'm an avid Knicks fan. Knicks is my team. It's my team of teams. Like, you understand? I got a big old Knicks carpet that we're doing this we're doing this podcast on. That's Nat. She knows. She seen the rug.
Boy,
Well, I heard you. I seen you.
do you see it? Who's this guy? He got security and shit. You need new security.
Let's cry together. I'm not ready to cry.
Cry? Oh,
Listen.
hell no.
No.
Fuck that.
Not you.
Cry. I
Not
got
you.
Too much shit going on for crying.
Listen.
You gotta talk about crying.
Somebody asked me about a Knicks take today.
Oh God.
And he just asked me. Listen, can't help it. It's what the people want. You gotta deliver
Talk
to the
about
people.
bad timing. It's Friday before football weekend. You asking about the Knicks?
Because they play on Tuesday.
Get the fuck out of here.
Season starts on
Who gives
Tuesday.
a fuck? It's the fucking preseason. Go do something better with your life. Worried about preseason basketball. Fucking loser.
Don't listen to him.
Sorry, I'm Charles Barkley of this shit.
He really
I say
is.
what the fuck is on my mind. You worried about preseason basketball right now, asking basketball questions for preseason? Can we at least get the week 1 of the fucking NBA season before you ask your NBA questions? Fuck. It's not even week 4 of the NFL season.
Yeah, I tried to not cuss in this podcast, but it didn't work that way. He did come in hot. That's all. He's a grouch. I'm telling you, he's a grouch when it comes to basketball. He's the basketball grouch.
No. I love hoops. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I love my hoops, son. You know I'm Knicks all day. But goddamn, can we at least get the fucking November before you start wanting to call it up, asking about your goddamn basketball
You know what
questions?
though? I actually appreciate that, Tears, because
Like shit.
Because sometimes KJ comes in here low energy. That was the perfect thing to get in here, come in here with the energy that I need him to. Because you know what? Not for nothing. He tries to come in all cool and shit. Tries to slide. Hey, how you guys doing? Like he's talking. Like he purposely comes in here and talks to all the ladies, right? He's like, man, hey, how you doing? You know, this your boy KJ, the Quiet Storm, coming in live and direct.
You called me the Quiet Storm. I gotta fit the profile.
I called you the Quiet Storm because
I gotta fit the profile, nigga. Damn, son.
Listen, it's okay, Tears. Like, we appreciate that.
Tears, my fault, B. My fault. It's nothing against you. It's nothing against you or anybody else. It's nothing against y'all. Hey, you right. We got basketball questions. Of course, I'm talking this shit. Of course, I'm gonna assist in answering the basketball questions. Of course, I'm just getting off the natural emotion of hearing. God damn, we got week 4. We got week 3, week 4. The season about to kick off. It's not even fucking November yet. People asking about preseason hoops.
I purposely, I actually purposely left off basketball because I was like, you know what? Wait till I tell you. We talked about Rihanna. You missed it earlier. You missed the Rihanna talk earlier.
I don't give a damn. Trust me. Listen, I'm ready for Super Bowl halftime. I'm ready for Under My Umbrella.
You heard? I'll repeat my tactic to you guys. For you.
Listen.
What you
Hey, Rihanna better not fuck with me, okay? Listen, you're not coming out for Super Bowl halftime with no new music.
You at least want one new
fuck
track?
That.
Are you
new
phone flexing
track?
her? You
No.
Fuck you phone flexing her?
No.
You calling her out? You phone flexing her?
Listen,
Hold on,
Reed.
One second.
Call it. Listen, drop the shits. Drop the shits.
Hold up. You calling her out?
Fuck a new track.
Since we got the Quiet Storm, sorry.
Fuck a new track.
When the Quiet Storm comes out, we give you the thunderclap.
Fuck a new track. Fuck a new track. I need a new album.
You hope she has a
I
baby
need
on
a
the
new-
stage. Hey, yo!
Nah, keep that child at home. I don't need to see that.
Nah, yeah,
I don't need to see
I don't want
that.
to see Belly. She needs to have that kid by then. I don't want to see.
Because I love ASAP. I don't need to be reminded about, yo, ASAP, you
speaking of
violating me
ASAP,
right now.
yo.
You violating me right now, son. You violating me. You violating me.
And this is why I love the show, because we go left field on top. Don't you guys forget to like, share, and follow everywhere that we're at. So guys, make your way down to YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitch. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on Instagram. You can watch us on Twitter. You can watch us on anywhere that you can watch videos that you can watch it, and you can watch us live. But if you want to call into the show and fully interact, you're in the right place if you're at Podbean.
There you go. Yeah. Nah, I need a whole album. Fuck that.
She ain't gonna do a new album.
No, I need a new album. I need a new album.
You know why?
I haven't had new music since 2015, 2016.
So you'll be lucky for a new track. Remember,
We talk about, by the time Super Bowl comes out, we talk about 7 years. 7 years!
I understand what you're saying.
Come on, man.
You need to file a complaint with the Funk Flex department of calling out artists, right? And you may get a...
Come on,
because
man.
remember, you know that I know what you're saying,
man.
but you know how this goes.
She can't come on that stage.
Halftime is a greatest hits performance.
Understood. Now imagine if you come out with 2 hits on the new album.
Blame Ebro.
Facts. Blame Ebro big time.
Wait, what did
This
Ebro do?
nigga, Tears, tell him, son.
What did Ebro do?
This nigga Ebro, son.
He did. He called Rihanna out the way you calling Rihanna out?
No, never. Ebro would never.
Oh, okay. Well, did Ebro knock her up?
What?
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
He ate the wrong ass. Was Ebro dating her and left her or something?
No.
So what did
Hell no.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how they. Wait,
No.
whoa! What is this?
No, he
Oh.
got walked again.
Basura puñeta tu madres.
Bitch ass niggas. This is why nobody fucks with baseball.
Yo, I cussed them out yesterday too, and they still. I cussed them out on Wednesday, and they pitched to him, but I already had a rant in the air.
This is why we don't fuck with you, Major League Baseball. Your pitchers are hoes. Your pitchers is pussy. Your pitchers is bitches.
That's what I was saying. KJ
Pitch.
is
Stop ducking. Bitch ass niggas.
what I was saying is that you buy your girl some Fenty, right?
Fuck Fenty. I don't give a damn about Fenty when it comes to the Super Bowl. And Rihanna. When I hear Rihanna, Super Bowl, fuck Fenty. Fenty, great line.
You have
great
your-
promotion,
listen to-
great company, all of that. Fuck Fenty when I hear Rihanna and Super Bowl.
I can smell the dark liquor.
No, I actually had Long Island's.
Okay. Smell the dark in there.
It's not dark. It's
Something
the only
dark.
dark in there is the bullshit Coke, which is the dumbest shit ever. I don't know why. This is why
So,
I can't stand
listen
for
to
it
me.
put fucking
You
Coca-Cola
buy
in
some
fucking
Fenty.
Long Island.
You have your girl wear that on Super Bowl, right? Underneath whatever the hell she's wearing.
Come on,
During
man.
the halftime show,
Come
while
on,
Rihanna
man.
is singing, you take your girl somewhere where you can hear the Rihanna sing, and you clap those cheeks, like Rihanna's right there. Close your eyes and fade away. You be licking up anyway. Be singing the song while you be singing the song to the rhythm with your stroke.
No, I'm not gonna.
You
hold
just been hang on with this.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. Rihanna and I, we got a different type of affection and love, and I would never cheat on Rihanna while just smashing.
You'll never cheat on Rihanna with your girl.
I would never cheat. I would never, ever be having Rihanna on my television screen, singing to me and whatnot, and smack. No, that's violation. You a dirty motherfucker if you do that.
Listen,
You a dirty motherfucker.
I'm a kinky motherfucker.
No, you a dirty motherfucker.
I'm a
That's
dirty kinky motherfucker.
dirty motherfucker. You're not
Listen.
kinky. Ain't nothing kinky about that shit. That's not kinky.
Stop. Drop. Shut him down. Open up shop.
No. Don't bring
Oh.
don't bring X in it.
No.
Don't bring X. He didn't mean it.
Busting on holes.
Oh God.
Yeah, listen, man. However Rihanna looks, she'll be fire. However he looks, she'll be fire. Listen,
I ain't gonna lie, Tears. You didn't have to put that negative energy out in the air like that. You didn't have to do that.
Oh man. I don't have a Knicks take yet. It's too fresh. It's too young. It really is. I wasn't gonna leave you out in the air. Tears. Welcome back, Punisher. I know you came in earlier and you couldn't hear anything. You left it ready. Fuck you, Punisher. But
Oh shit.
I'm curious about the Knicks lineup, right? Like there's a couple of things I'm curious about who they're going to play. As we know that Derrick Rose is going to be back, he's going to continue his back. He's going to continue his backup role. So they're going to give Jalen Brunson that starting lineup. I didn't know Evan Fournier was still on the team. To be honest with you, I saw him during media day, and I was like, I thought we got rid of everybody above 30. Not named a Rose grows in Brooklyn.
Listen, son, I just hope the nigga coming off the bench this year. I hope the nigga coming off the bench.
So see, this is the advantages of me listening to everything basketball during this time, because it is still so far.
See, my bro. See, Tears, we can get along. Tears, no Fournier takes. Understood, loud and clear. Next. We gotta listen to the people. Gotta give the people what they want. Gotta give the people what they want. Not the money they paid him. Exact. See, Tears, that's my guy right there. I fuck with Tears. I fuck with Tears.
They want to bring him. That's the thing. That's the only reason why I think they're gonna start him is because they paying him. Thibodeau's one of those people.
But Tears said no Fournier takes. So talk about somebody else. No Fournier takes.
You asked about Fournier.
I didn't ask shit about Fournier. I was sitting here minding my goddamn business.
Well, see, the thing about it, you can't talk Fournier without talking Grimes. Or you can't talk Grimes without talking Fournier. Because
I can easily talk about Quentin Grimes without talking about Fournier.
Talk Grimes without talking Fournier. Because if I talk Grimes, I gotta talk Fournier because they're directly correlated to me.
How? My guy Young Buck. How we gonna talk about fucking Fournier?
Let's talk about Grimes. Let's talk about Grimes then.
Grimes, yes.
Grimes,
listen.
man. From ghetto to ghetto, I backyard to yard, I dribble up the ball. Okay, let's talk about the.
You sounded like the 1980s.
Ha.
Basketball is my favorite sport. Head ass.
This shit was frozen.
Oh shit. I mean, just think about it right now. I say Fournier, nobody face moves. I say Grimes. You get a little optimism.
Well, I told you the reason I even brought up Fournier. I didn't know he was on the team. I got no Fournier takes. I didn't know he was on the team. I watched the media day. He showed up. He was damn near the last person to interview. I didn't know he was on the team.
Same.
I thought we got rid
of all them old farts.
Exactly. I thought the only person left was Rose. Who don't want a Rose when they're old?
Trust me, I love a rose when I'm old.
I like a rose when I'm young too. Listen, I like peaches more than I love roses, but I ain't a picky eater.
Word. Ladies, it's okay to give your man a rose every now and then.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying though? I'm just saying though, but be careful. I gotta make sure I do this right. Be careful when you go down to your lady and and that rose is still flowing. Because then you get up with the red face talking about period, period,
shit. Yo, wildin'.
Yo, it's so funny. She has a banger. She's just whoever she is though. But she knew she had a banger in
Taking
her head.
It back to football. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Unsportsmanlike conduct. On talent. Fuck 15 yards. Ejection. Facts. You violated.
Oh my God.
Sir, I'm gonna suspend you like the Miami Dolphins doctor. You are out of here. Knowing that I can't handle this nigga. He said some. You see, he said some crazy. You thought that's the problem. See, that's the thing. They just got introduced to me. They don't understand. I'm the calm one. He says the crazy shit. I just be loud, and when I get going, I go on and on and on like Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? That's the one who be saying the wild shit that had me walking out the room for about 2 minutes to recover and shit. What? Period. No. Nah. Real talk. I wouldn't blame. Listen, at that point, listen. I don't condone woman violence. But if a man went down there and did that and didn't know, if I hear they put them locked somewhere in a room for about a couple of days.
So you say you never had a massacre? You never ran a red light.
Unexpected? Unexpected.
No, not on your face. But you never ran a red light. You never had a massacre.
Of course I have.
Okay,
of course I have.
But
not unexpectedly.
You've never.
I at least know and then choose to make the decision to do it.
You never was like, oh my god, like yo, you was so wet right now. Next thing you know, you get up and oh my god, massacre.
Never.
You've never had a massacre on you.
Never.
Wow.
Because listen, Lord, because I would know if I had that. Because Lord knows if I'm doing that and you didn't fucking tell me and I'm like, hey yo, what the fuck?
Massacre.
Nah, fuck a massacre.
It's Halloween.
Fuck
yo,
that.
fellas, if you've never had a massacre, right, go get it. It's Halloween. It's a couple of days away. Month of October. It's massacre month. You go get yourself, run your red lights. Go get yourself a massacre. Get yourself a Bloody Mary. Come up with the period of face.
Listen, B. Listen. I've ran multiple red lights in my lifetime. But I knew what I was doing before it happened.
That's why you call it
I'm not linking up with nobody and getting hit with this shit when it's done.
That's why it's
then
called,
it's like
that's why it's called a massacre because you don't know as well.
You talk about blowing an entire high.
Like you understand? Like this happened to me at a party, right? We went to the bathroom and I came back and I had one of the white tees on, and next thing you know, my boy's looking at me like, yo, what happened to you? Like, and he's like, you just had a massacre. And I was like, oh, yeah, my stuff.
No, I know you. Hey, wait.
Natalie's like, why? You know what's funny, Natalie? You know some of these stories anyway. You've been talking to me all these years. I know you know the massacre stories.
Oh, this is Nat?
Yeah, it's Natty Nat. Nat.
Wait, on that?
Nigga.
She changed her handle?
Yeah. She was having issues earlier.
Nat, you could notify somebody. Goddamn, what the fuck?
It was even better than that. You
talk about, nigga, I know you. Like, said ninja, like, motherfucker. That's one thing. You know, one thing that low-key I never understand. Like, bro, if you said ninja, bro, we already know what the fuck you really want to say. Just say it. Well, just don't be somebody who you know, it's not cool for you to say it. Well, if you say ninja, it's like, motherfucker, I know what you want to say.
Okay, so they're using alternative words.
Fuck an alternative word, nigga.
It's okay.
Fuck that.
Let people get their ninja on. People want to do it on smoke screens.
Get that ninja on. What the fuck is this? Jackie Chan Adventures? Fuck out of here.
Come on, man. You know it's the year of the rabbit. Stop being so
Natty
harsh.
Nat. Ninja, I know you. Get a better name than Natty Nat.
You know, I got you now.
Or get your picture back on at least. Damn.
And don't forget the phone lines are open. Let's see if Tears is in the call.
I love you, Nat. About Ninja, I know you. Look, I know about 5 Nats.
Mad disrespectful.
Oh, what Nat? What said that again?
I just heard mad disrespectful.
Yeah, I stopped myself.
I love it, Nat. Nat, you know better. You know I'm the good one.
Usually, yeah. That's why I was like, why you so? You came in hot.
How I come in hot?
You coming in hot. Coming in hot.
But what did I say that came in hot?
I'm saying you came in spicy. Like you came in from the Knicks take. You just came in hot. And
like,
then
B.
See,
it's not even October yet.
it's 10-10.
It's not October yet. What the fuck do I want to talk about Knicks for in September?
Next week we have all the time in the world.
What the Knicks have done for me that would make me want to talk about them in September.
So you admit you were a little spicy.
Right.
Am I not justified? Am I not justified?
Listen,
am I not justified?
We're just.
Am I not justified?
You asked when did you come in spicy? We're just letting you know.
All I know is I asked the question: am I not justified as a Knicks fan to not come in spicy about a Knicks talk question in September?
Natty Nat didn't ask about your justification. She just came and said you came in
All
here
I
spicy.
know, I don't give a damn about Nat's reason and whatnot. Nat, I love you. But in regards to me coming in spicy about the New York Knicks, do I not have a reason with how the last 20 to 25 years have been?
Well, we taking it all the way back to the old school. We're taking it back to Union Square.
Oh my God, B, we was just in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then you saw how last year went.
We're taking it back to the LQ.
We can take it all the way back. We can take it back to goddamn 1975 if you want to. Shit.
I mean, I didn't say you don't want to talk Knicks talk, but like how
No.
far back
I love my Knicks. That's why I'm so emotional. If I didn't love my Knicks, I wouldn't give a damn about them. I bet, go ahead, nigga, talk. I'll sit here on my phone while you talk about these motherfuckers. Waste about 10, 15 minutes of our time talking about these niggas. But
got you.
there's only one injury that matters right now.
We already we opened the show for that. Well, hold on a second, but we do have a caller. We got Tiz calling up on the line. Welcome to the podcast, Tiz.
Nat, I love you.
Yeah, man. Why you gotta talk to the Knicks like that, man? Come on.
He's a Knicks. See, he's a Knicks fan though, so he's hurt.
Exactly.
That's
This is pain. This is pain.
That's from a place of pain.
This is pain. This is pain.
Hey, we're not talking about my background history.
Like it's today. Like, don't worry about my background check. I don't care how many times I missed my payments in the past. I don't care how many times I got locked trying to get a job now.
Don't worry about the background check. Don't worry about the background
don't worry
check.
about the background check.
What job can you get these days without a background check?
But how many jobs are you looking at? Like, yo, you don't need a background check me. I'm good for it.
And niggas who say that's exactly the motherfuckers who get hit with the background check. See, listen, if I'm a CEO, you tell me that, like, oh, ayo, make sure you run that motherfucker's background check, B. Please.
I'm vetted. I'm good.
Yo, B, run that motherfucker background check for me, please.
They know me around here.
He had to go out his way to tell me not to run his background check. Run that shit.
So what's up with the Knicks, man? How much hate do you have for them?
Hate.
Because you're sounding like you sound like some Stephen A. Smith type motherfucker, man.
Hate.
And I don't appreciate it.
Lord have mercy. I'm Stephen A. Smith.
You're the Stephen A. Smith here.
It's Stephen A. Smith. Trust me.
Not me.
If I was Stephen A. Smith, I would come in here shitting on the Cowboys, and I can't stand those motherfuckers. But they're not worth my time. I wipe my ass with Dallas Cowboy talk.
You mean the 13th ranked Dallas Cowboys behind the 1 and 2 Cincinnati Bengals?
You think I give a fuck where the Dallas Cowboys rank, bro?
I'm just saying. You brought them up. I was letting the people know.
Shit.
I was adding context.
I only brought it up because I was told that I'm Stephen A. Smith.
I'm saying, you know what? I apologize, man. You sound like you got a stronger hairline. I apologize.
It is stronger. Yeah, it is stronger. It is like Stephen A's back in his teen days.
Yeah. We definitely not back there. We not the comedy. I keep holding on.
Oh, no.
We not on that.
He
team.
ain't pushing that Paul out. 2 steps forward, 1 step forward, and 2 steps back. That's how receipt. That's a fact. Oh man.
But nah, man. My point.
I got a fact check, people. Got a fact check.
Heard you. But nah, my point with the Knicks, man, is, bro, you know, I just want to see consistent. I don't want to see the 1 year come out of nowhere and then the following. Trust me, that year that they had, beautiful, loved it. As soon as it was done, I was like, what y'all boys gonna do to me next year?
So they had words, right?
All of it.
They were hungry,
It was
motivated.
a little bit premature. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a and T.
Just like shit talk.
You know, trust me, and T knows this. I'm not a 1 year motherfucker. You're not gonna come out 1 year and all of a sudden you arrive. That's why Cincinnati Bengals, week 1 again. It's not even just because it was my team. I was like, they're still the Bengals. They keep doing shit that reminded me that you're still the Cincinnati Bengals.
No, man.
So it's no. Yeah. Let's keep it on the Knicks, but I was just using that as example.
How to deal with back in the days, like as a kid, I saw fucking Reggie Miller just shit on us.
Hey.
Whoa.
Let me tell you something right now. That is one name that
you know
the
what?
motherfucker to my right does not like at all. Let me explain. Let me explain to you how bad it is. This motherfucker, Reggie Miller, could be calling the game on TNT and he mutes the television because he can't stand that guy. That's how bad it is for talent over here. Me, I don't have that type of hatred in my heart because I'm not that type of guy. I spread love. I give love. See, so now you can automatically off that, take me off that Stephen A. nonsense that you were trying to tell me when it came to my Knicks.
Nah, I was fucking with y'all.
I know you are. I just love to give it back.
Well, since we've mentioned the name that shall not be named, we're officially done talking Knicks for today. You want to kill Knicks talk? You bring him up.
Tears, you did it. It wasn't even me. It was you. You did it. You didn't even know it.
Shit, man. What award do I get for this?
You want the Pop Award?
No, you gonna give him the Piece of Poo Award.
you want the?
He's a bad. You gonna give him the Piece of Poo Award.
Listen, that's
you
all
brought up Reggie Miller. If there's a name that could trigger very deep emotions out of talent.
Listen, man, that is the one.
I know, man. I gotta throw it out there, bro. Come on, man. I'm a avid fucking Spike fucking Lee fucking advocates for fucking. I wish he would have punched him in the fucking face, bro. Come on. Nah, yeah, man. Fucking Reggie Miller killed us back in the days. But as far as the new Knicks, man, I got patience with them, man. It's going in the right direction, in my opinion. So my apologies for talking about it. I know that all you avid fucking football watchers and everything. I'm not that big on football, man. So I have always been big on the NBA and shit. So my apologies.
Listen, no apologies needed. I am a big basketball fan too. Listen, it's one of the reasons why I started laughing the moment you mentioned it and KG was walking in, because for him, I knew this was too early to talk Knicks. It's never too early to talk Knicks to me. It honestly is never too early to talk Knicks. You understand? Because I watched Media Day. I was there watching Media Day. I watched all of it. I took away the key words. I made sure I wrote down all of the key words that every single player was that they had for the theme for this team, or what they thought that this team was going to represent. Jalen Brunson thought this team was hungry. R.J. Barrett thought this team was hungry and motivated. Mitchell Robinson thought they was dedicated and motivated. Obi Toppin thought this was a hard-working team and determined. We had Wactavius Randall. He thought this team was fun, and then he said some whack shit, right? DR. Who the hell is DR? Derrick Rose. He thought this team was resilient, and they need to show patience. We had Emmanuel quickly say that this team was tough and they need to stay together. And then I learned that eventually that Evan Fournier was on the team. So I took down all of it, because what the theme really was is that it popped up a couple of times, right? They were determined to make the playoffs. They were motivated to make the playoffs. They were hungry to make the playoffs. That's what kept on coming up. So them not making the playoffs last year, that left a very bad taste in their mouth. That did not sit well with these young Knicks.
I hope it did, man. I hope.
And we know how Tom Thibodeau is.
I hope that's really the case.
Like Tom Thibodeau is a warmonger. Like, if you ever talk about Master trying to work me, got me out here sweating, like that's Tom Thibodeau. But media always gives him a hard time. When you hear people like R.J. Barrett talk, who's the person that we probably care about the most when we talk about this young squad, he likes Tom Thibodeau. He wants to be coached up by Tom Thibodeau. He likes the fact that Tom Thibodeau was on him. That's how he wants to be treated. That's how he wants to be coached.
See,
because
the problem with Tom Thibodeau is that fucking like a lot of younger cats are just thinking that that's not the right way to coach, man. But that's
soft.
That was a big part of fucking people being winners back in the days.
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
You gotta put that fucking work in. If you're not putting
talk
work
about
in,
it,
go fuck yourself.
And you have to learn how to get stronger, get faster, get better, get your cardio
all
up.
Of it.
Like learn how to take contact. Like, it's the reason why Jordan didn't win for 7 years.
Listen, B. The problem I'm having with the motherfuckers just come into the league, they think how they've been. No. It's
2K
it's that goddamn AAU.
Mhm.
It's that goddamn
That was the next
AAU and them basically having their dick sucked from the moment they're 12, 13 years old.
So also-
and people kissing their asses and whatnot. So by the time they get to the NBA, they think that they're already superstars. And it's like, no, bitch, you got to put in this work.
So let me pause for a second.
Be like Jalen Hurts and go put in some work and get right.
So let me pause for a second. As you blame them, I blame our peers, because we're talking about our peers' kids. We're talking about people that are having kids that are our ages. Well, my age. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, you know, but you have peers in this age. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's our peers. It's how now we have raised our children to start coming up. Or when they're in this program to try to get microwave results. Oh, they having problems with this coach, this coach, this coach, that. You know how many times I hear somebody on the team? I have never heard one person that's had their kid on the team that's never complained about the coach.
Listen, man. There's a
That was
reason.
one of the biggest parts with the Knicks, man. Like, Tom Thibodeau, isn't he like the fucking first coach? Like, they haven't fired in fucking
In their first 3 years?
long-ass time. Like, they kept on fucking rotating people the same way as like they wouldn't fucking give rookie extensions to the last person was fucking Charlie Ward, man.
Oh God.
Fucking Charlie Ward was a fucking bum, but he had heart.
But that's also because we were trading away so many pieces. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys. If you guys have not watched the Legacy docu-series on Hulu, go watch it. I have realized that the Lakers and Jerry Buss is 100% responsible for the dynamics and the way the NBA is presented and the way the way owners treat their teams. That microwave. Oh no! If this ain't work within a year or two, we got to get this out of here. Especially as a Knicks fan. The reason why it works like that because we seen Jerry Buss and we know that that's how he did it. The halftime show, the Lakers girl.
Was trying to fucking just what the name stood for, Showtime. Like he was trying to make it entertainment.
But
at the same time, keep the product on the court.
It was more like.
But he always understood.
This is entertainment.
No, the number one. Go watch it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. The number one entertainment thing sorry, I just saw the Yankees score.
Bitch ass niggas.
I'm about to recover from this for a second. You guys bear with me. The biggest entertainment thing that he knew was out there was winning championships. He don't care how entertainment you were on the floor. He's always had an entertainment team. Showtime, Magic's Lakers were entertainment. Nick Van Ankle's Lakers were entertainment. Nick Van Exel was entertainment. Kobe and Shaq was entertaining.
He was.
LeBron James and them are entertaining.
Nick Van Exel was fucking underrated, but yeah, he was.
Like a motherfucker.
But you realize that there's only a couple of. We don't talk about the Nick Van Exel era because they didn't win championships.
Nope. You got to win.
Yeah, no, that was.
Motherfuckers don't even know. Right. You gotta really know your hoops to even know Eddie Jones even hoop with them niggas.
Him, Eddie Jones, and
Eddie Jones was nice too.
Eddie Jones was real nice.
They had a decent squad, but it wasn't.
They was just young. Remember, that's when Magic coached the team. Magic coached Nick Van Exel.
You're right. Yeah.
So I said, guys, I've been watching a couple docuseries recently. I will tell you guys, they're a lot better than advertised. Go watch the Legacy one. It starts off from the Lakers dynasty, from the moment that Jerry Buss bought the team, and I've gotten, and so far I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more coming out. I've gotten to Kobe's first championship, and can I tell you, I was sitting here like damn near in tears, cause
don't do it.
A couple of things hit me.
Don't do it to me.
A couple of things hit me. I realized that as great as this docuseries has been. And as much as they've incorporated old skits from Kobe to try to get as much of his mind frame and perspective as possible, he wasn't there to give his take.
You just wish he was there to give his take.
But also, I'm gonna tell you what part got me. It was like the moment. It was the moment that shot right through the heartstring.
Oh, when they come with that redeem dream.
No, we haven't done it. I told you how far we got.
I've seen the clips of that.
No, I haven't done the redeem team yet. I want to see that too.
Wait for that.
I can't wait. It's when
that.
he wins his first championship. And he picks up Gigi. And I was like, damn, that's that scene that they keep referring back to. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I was sitting here like it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. I'll cry if I want to. Yeah, that shit got me. Yeah, it got me hard. Sure.
That's one I'm gonna make sure I watch when Shorty's at work.
Also,
I'm gonna make sure I watch that when Shorty's at work.
But I did enjoy Have you seen the N1 documentary?
Of course.
I have not. That is my next one after I watch the Derek Jeter joint.
That was interesting, man. That was a really good take, and just like kind of an inside look on like kind of the background of kind of how they down spiraled and shit. It was
Oh no, I gotta see how they down
definitely
spiraled.
really good to watch.
Yeah, I'm glad you said about the down because I gotta see how they down. Because I think I was overseas when that happened, and I still love them to this. Listen, it's the part of the reason why I invest and still buy and one product. Like, you can still buy them shorts at Walmart for like $7.99.
I'm from Jersey, so like that was really big back in the days.
You realize what you realize the reason why we're all Knicks fans here, right? I'm from Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn's finest out here.
Tri-state, baby.
But like I said,
was born in fucking Manhattan and shit. So.
Yeah, but that time I wasn't in the city then though. I was. I'm gonna tell you how big they were. I was in Germany and they reached Germany, not German soldiers, Germans. Germans had their tapes. Now, granted, they probably had their tapes because of soldiers, right? But Germans had their tapes. Germans were doing those moves on court. As fundamental as they were, when those mixed, man, I can't wait to see this for real. This is me giving you a snippet of when I finally watched the N1 tapes. I've been going through all these old docuseries. I watched that one. I told you,
I was really big on it because of the music part of it.
Of course,
yeah,
yes.
Basketball
Yes.
Yes. They had a lot of underground hip hop.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
really big on all that stuff.
Yes.
So, the music got me, and then obviously the basketball like kind of followed.
Like I remember going into the gym and trying those moves. Listen, I still remember the person I used to when we used to play 1-on-1. I used to use him on the most. Sean Bruce to go. Like he was my guinea pig. Anytime he want to play me 1-on-1, I'm like, ooh, this is perfect. I could try this move I've been practicing. He'll be the. I love you, Bruce, but still, I used to use your ass on the court. This was funny. I was just having dreams about those moves too. Like I wonder if I have any of those muscle memories in there anymore. Fuck around and pull a hamstring trying to stretch somewhere. Yeah, this is how it went down.
Pitch.
Yeah, that's how we lost that game.
Wild pitch.
Fellas,
And
I
that shit
appreciate y'all having me on and stuff. I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna keep listening though, man. I appreciate you having me on. Great show. I've caught you all out a couple times prior to this, so I definitely enjoy it, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course,
Anytime, yeah,
Stanley.
we're on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night around the same time, about 8:07 p.m. to 11:07 p.m. So you can catch us live any of those times. And you know, as you can see, you're always more than welcome. Especially when Knicks season come on here, because we go after therapy together.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
No. It's not gonna be therapy. It's gonna be a great time.
Listen, I could therapy for good. My therapist just broke up with me. She had to move to Alaska.
We're going to the playoffs, man. Fuck.
I was in a bad mood that day.
Talk about it, Tears.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
What's your football?
We ain't talk about that yet, man. In the future.
Exactly.
Listen, we gotta get 50 wins. I'm feeling you. We gotta get 50 wins.
Listen,
Anything else will be uncivilized.
I ain't gonna hold you. The East is stacked.
It is though. It is.
The East is stacked.
But you know what though?
I got about 6 teams in my head right now. I'm like, God damn, y'all gonna be this team gonna be a problem. That team gonna be a problem. This team gonna be a problem. Fuck this team
Not
gonna
only
be
that,
a problem.
Even before.
If anything, thank God Ime got that bullshit going on with
God.
them. So that brought the Celtics down a little bit.
Even before the Knicks got Tom Thibodeau, right? Remember, I used to ask people, if you don't have, remember the Knicks were bad. So I'll stop and I'll leave you guys here. And this is probably the last thing I say before we go take our next commercial break, because we're gonna lose the Podbean feed pretty soon, right? But the people listening on Podbean, don't you worry, you're gonna lose that feed, and everybody else is gonna hear a commercial. You're gonna lose that feed. There's another one prepared already, lined up for you guys, right? So as soon as this one cuts, go ahead and look for the next one, and that one will be up and ready for you guys to rejoin. Now, if you guys remember, right before they got Tom Thibodeau, and even though that all their losses hurt me, these bad records hurt me, there was sometimes I would have to step back and kind of take a serious look. And when you took a serious look, it wasn't just the East was stacked. Our division was stacked. We have the Boston Celtics in our division. We have we had the reigning defending champions Toronto Raptors in our division, right? We have the Brooklyn Nets in our division, right? And you still have the Philadelphia 76ers in our division. Even with Tom Thibodeau having us on our P's and Q's, which one of those teams do you say that we are consistently better at? The only one you could possibly say right now is Toronto, and that's if they don't have their shit together. And with that young boy Barnes that they got now to go with Pascal Siakam and still on Van Fleet and the rest of their squad and their championship DNA what's it called? What they have there when you build shit and shit like that, and that's already in this shit. But the shit that we're trying to get.
You go play the Toronto Raptors, you better bring your lunch.
Exactly.
You better bring your lunch.
So it's
because them motherfuckers there, you gonna have to fight. You have to fight for everything you want.
So you kind of want to hear my Knicks take? That's part of my Knicks take is that we're gonna have to taper. Even though I want 50 wins, you're gonna have to taper expectation because there's 4 teams in our own division better than us, much less our conference. Everything's an uphill battle. We have to play. So you know what? Tom Thibodeau's probably the best. Is probably the best coach they have because we have to play every game like it's a playoff game. We can never take any games off. It's no games off at all.
You got them 4, then you got Milwaukee and Chicago over there, Cleveland 2, fucking Miami.
Charlotte, Miami. You never know Atlanta.
No, it's not never know.
No, I'm talking about you never know Charlotte. Charlotte, you never know.
Charlotte,
Atlanta, because Atlanta just added Murray. And you see what he did to the Rook. He put the ball on his ass. I don't know what that was about. He stuck it on there like.
One of these days, Orlando will put all that talent together.
They will.
They got too much over there. From Cole Anthony to Suggs to now Banchero. Like, listen, you have one. You have the 1, the 2, and the 3.
All right, folks. So what we gonna do?
You can't have that.
We're gonna take ourselves a little quick commercial break. Don't you guys forget, if you listen to the Podbean app, you're gonna lose us. But there is another feed ready for you guys in just a moment. Everybody else.
They didn't join this team to win championships or become famous. They joined because there is important work to be done, and only some able to do it. They are brighter, better educated, led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops, all prepared for whatever comes their way. You'll find them where the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world, and they can respond, "I became a soldier."
And we are back with the Mighty Sports Podcast. I'm your host and one only Dalton Martilla. I'm with my co-host KJ, the Quiet Storm, and we are back. This is track 464. Thank you guys for being with us wherever you may be listening at. Don't forget, you guys, wherever you listen at, don't forget to like, share, and follow. And also make sure you subscribe as well. That way you can hear that little bing bong every time that we go on. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get back into the football real quick. I think we've done the baseball thing and gone left field enough, right?
Shout out to Pujols.
Oh, number 700. That's right. I know he's probably got more than that now, but I don't think I ever gave him his roses for 700 yet. Let's get into a little
the MyT fantasy football tips. Not winning tips, just tips.
Just a tip.
Just the tip? Just the tip.
He's missing
Just
the
tip.
Let's just say what I want involves much more than just the tips.
Redid that
Just the
one.
tips. What I want is much more than just the
Redid
tips.
That was for the raffle. Like, man, I'm telling you, I've been in the lab. Mixed with a little bit of
The MyT injury report.
I ain't gonna lie. This reminds me of some like Jason shit. That motherfucker just like, yo, that injury bug's just creeping up on your asses. Cornerback Xavier Rhodes, he goes out for the Bills, and it's kind of what I told you guys with Tua, right? Was that if there was any nobody believed, maybe somebody believed, right? Most people did not believe that Tua was out with a back injury.
Yeah.
And if you did have a back injury, whether it was your back or your head, Cincinnati was gonna test it. You know that's gonna happen. Your opponent's gonna test your injury. The same way that Miami kept on going after Xavier Rhodes because he's the cornerback. Right? Oh, sorry, that's a whole different game. Right? Wait, that was another game. That was last week, right? But the same way they kept on going after Xavier Rhodes because he's the injured cornerback until he had to be pulled out of the game. This is the same thing that happens on the other end. They're gonna test you. That tackle wasn't a horrific tackle. They didn't pick him up and body slam him. They didn't rock bottom him. He twirled his ass to the ground. I think that Tua I think Tua may have had a concussion before this. Not before this week. Not before last. I think before last week he had a concussion. Cause I don't think that hit was that bad to give him a concussion. I'm starting to think he may have had a concussion before this. He could have. Remember the hit that gave him a concussion? It was a shove.
Yeah, whiplash is a motherfucker.
I know, but we've seen this before like 8 billion times, though.
No. The whiplash is a motherfucker. I'm sure everybody has fell down and hit that or come up fast, hit the dog. To be falling and then all the way he fell both times, all I'm gonna say is, for one, you need to learn how to fall. You need to learn how to fall. Or you need to learn how to give up on a play. You need to learn how to throw in the towel. Especially the second one. The second one was so preventable. Like, dog, live to fight another day.
Before you RG3
Live
yourself out the
to
league.
fight another day, man. You are not 6'5", 230. Live to fight another day, man. Shit. But that back shit that you were talking about, okay, cool, it's your back. For you to stumble like that, that would mean spinal. So even then,
Mike
you
Tyson
still shouldn't have been out there.
Word.
Regardless.
Yeah, they had him out there set tripping. Like, what is that? Is that cripple blood?
Whatever it is, it's discombobulated.
So not only is Tua out, right? But like I said, cornerback Xavier Rhodes is out for the Bills. So these are things that you may have to worry about. If you have the Bills defense, you may want to wonder about them depending on what team that they're playing. Especially since like their defense is maybe kind of suspect already, right? Running back DeAndre Smith for the Detroit Lions, he's out. So you may if you have him, you may want to sub him out as well. We have running back David Montgomery for Chicago. He's questionable as well. So you may want to keep an eye on him to see if he's going to be available. Dak Prescott is still out, so folks, don't have him in your lineup, ladies. Matt Jones, he is out for the New England Patriots. I don't know many people that would have Matt Jones, but if you have Matt Jones, I expect you treat him like that, and get him out of there. Christian McCaffrey is
gritty for you.
Christian,
no white gritty for you.
Yo, their gritties be looking raw.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, people gonna get off Mac Jones's gritty. I've seen worse than that. He for a white boy, he got flavor doing that gritty.
Christian McCaffrey, he's still questionable for the Carolina Panthers. So
Christian McCaffrey been questionable since 2016.
So
give it a rest.
So keep an eye on him as well. Now, folks, we have no Alvin Kamara. He's questionable for the New Orleans Saints. Also, for the New Orleans Saints, we have Jameis Winston out. We have Jameis Winston out as questionable as well. Also,
back out throwing interceptions.
Also, for the New Orleans Saints, we have Mike Thomas out. So, guys,
he got tired of Jameis's interceptions.
Just don't pick New Orleans this week.
Yeah, leave all of them Saints niggas alone, except Taysom Hill, possibly.
For real, he may be the only one. He may be throwing passes to himself.
Literally.
Like seriously, folks. And that is our MyT fantasy. Not only our MyT fantasy tip of the day, right? Like I said, it's just winning tips. Nothing, right? Just a few tips, but also our injury report. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's get some.
And if you got Lamar, start him. Start.
You can tell he's hype. He gets close to the mic when he gets hype.
Start. Chill, Will. Where you at? Get off my dog. Damn it.
What? Oh, Lamar Jackson. I was like, wait, what's happening here? What did Chill even do?
Yeah, talking that spicy shit like Lamar haven't been more accurate this year. Get off my dog.
Lamar stays kind of accurate. Chill Will just kind of looks at it with Chill.
He's a
Will's
hater.
kind of view,
He's a
eyes.
hater.
Well, you know one thing that I am a hater of, that is the incarceration of one Brittany Griner, who has been now incarcerated for 225 days, folks.
Unbelievable.
Right? And folks, it has been a full 225 days that the champion, the 8-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 8-time block leader, 4-time NBA first team, 3-time NBA second team, 3-time NBA defensive first team, 3-time NBA defensive second team, most outstanding player in college, 4-time defensive player of the year, 3-time offense, you understand. And she was also the high school player of the year as well. We're talking about peak performer, scoring leader, block leader, defensive player. She has literally done it all, and also the third woman in basketball history to dunk a ball during the game. Who are we talking about again? We're talking about Brittany Griner, folks. Brittany Griner, it has been now officially 225 days since she has been wrongfully incarcerated in Russia on trumped up weed charges so that they can try to leverage her to free one of her arms dealers. Now, regardless of what you may think about her views of when it came to the national anthem, let me just keep this in perspective view. Like, we can fight as a family, but when other people outside of the family fuck with the family, that's when we should always come together and make sure that that does not happen, because nobody win when the family feuds, right? But we still have to work on us. So like I said, because I've seen people say, oh she should stay there. Well, damn, what'd she do to you?
The thing that I always tend to hear is, shit, Brittany Griner wouldn't give a damn if I was arrested over in Russia on drugs or weed. That's
because you don't know. That's what Brittany Griner doesn't know about you. But it doesn't mean that you don't have compassion when you don't about people in general, especially when you hear about them. Like I said, I've known about Brittany Griner. Listen, you may not know about Brittany Griner, but I've followed now Brittany Griner since about in high school. So it's been years now since I've been following the girl. It's somebody I've paid interest to. Listen, why most celebrities would not, but I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed, if you were the celebrity and Brittany Griner was the normal person, guess what would have happened? Brittany Griner may have cared if you were incarcerated in Russia.
Exactly.
So that's because you're a basic regular degular motherfucker. Like, that's probably why the reason you're gonna stay there, because you have basic regular degular mind thoughts, and not for nothing, you're bad minded. Let's just put it that way. Ultimately, you're bad minded, because what you're doing is you're wishing ultimate harm on somebody because they may have disagreed with your view about the national anthem, or just because you personally don't know them, you don't have no compassion for people that you don't know in general. It kind of means that you have a fucked up thought pattern, and you probably need to check yourself. And I'm gonna call you that. It's what something we call in the islands. You're too bad minded.
Yeah, bad minded.
And that's the reason why your karma is probably fucked up. And you can wonder, damn, why can't good things happen to me? Because you don't even want good things to happen to people around you. It sounds like. But let's continue to move on, because we hope that Brittany Griner can hopefully get home safely. Hoping that she gets a speedy return home is already past that, since she has done a normal army deployment over there as ready. Fast is already out the window. She just hope that she returns safely and with as minimum psychological trauma as possible.
Bring my dog home.
Let's go ahead and continue as we remind you guys.
I want you all to remember, the change you want begins with you. Your vote matters. So don't just register to vote. Go out and vote. And begin making the change you want.
As you guys should know, as you guys may know, I shouldn't say should know, as you guys may or may not know, almost on election day is coming up again, and I know that you guys normally like to make a big uproar about the presidential election day because it happens to be the thing that's popular, and most of you guys want to be part of the popular opinion. But for a lot of the things that you guys were complaining about, and you guys were making it, we're doing a lot of online pleas to the president about this, right? Or about when people were trying to vote for the president. The actual vote that matters for the things that you wanted to get changed is actually happening right now. I mean, the president's the figurehead. Ain't a lot of things that he's doing for you in your local community, in your local state, in your local government. But those elections are about to come up right now. So those things that you want change, you might as well go start looking into them now. And I told you guys, let's see. Is this the one? Is this the one? No, this isn't the one. There are some states that you really want to go look into because there are some states that have slavery up on the docket. Yes, there are a couple of states that have slavery up on their docket.
And what are the name of those states, good sir?
I am looking for it because I had it written down, and I guarantee you,
because we need to know those states to stay far the hell away from there. Next thing you know, the state is Arkansas. Oh yeah, be my bad. Yo, son, I think I got some shit I gotta go do. I'm gonna go over to Arkansas. But then again, why would anybody need to come tell me that they're going to Arkansas? I'm like, you going to Arkansas? I'm like, nigga, why would you go there? What the hell's over there? Sheesh.
But yeah, there are a few states, and I really had this down somewhere. I started writing this down because I told you guys I was going to get this to you.
I know it can't be Mississippi. Mississippi already in the limelight. Shout out to Brett Favre, bitch ass nigga.
Oh God, he's right now. Brett Favre.
He's a piece of poo.
He really is, filthy animal.
Disgusting motherfucker.
Damn it! Where did I put that at?
Lord of mercy.
You know what?
Man, never forget them shit there.
Don't worry, we'll find this and we'll make sure that we get this guy too. I don't want to waste any more time.
Lord of mercy.
Because we still have. What are those? Pass me those papers up there.
This one?
Those, yeah. Let's see where. If any of those may have it on it. Let's see. I doubt it. These are mixes that are potentially in the working. What about those ones? No. I know. Actually, I know that those on it. Ah, you know what? Never mind. I think I know where it's at. Nope, that's the AFC teams. Damn it. It's not right there either. Yeah, I know it's not in that one.
Kyler contract.
That's some old stuff. Would you see what be on the mind, on the brain?
Don't fold Kyler, please. Every L, they're gonna be looking at you for did you study enough this week?
All right. Let's go ahead and get into some of these picks, right? Because we are going into officially
record this year so far.
What's that?
I'm trying to remember if they won last week or lost.
Who?
Oh man, the Rams bust that up. Ooh, Kyler! They saying you not studying.
Alrighty, so let's get into our first game of the week.
Read the defense.
We have the Minnesota Vikings. We get into our picks. You know how long these picks take.
Minnesota Vikings. As soon as you said that.
Let's get.
As soon as you said Minnesota Vikings
Versus the New Orleans Saints.
Damn.
I was like, I should let you keep talking your shit. But I was like, I'm gonna think this was better.
Yeah.
Like, we just had this conversation. Listen, man, it's not prime time. That's all you need to know. It's not prime time.
It technically is prime time because it's the only motherfucking game.
It's the London game.
It's the London game.
Ooh.
But the Saints.
That makes things different, though.
All those motherfuckers missing. This would be classic Kirk, not my... You know what? I'm purposely picking Minnesota because I want to see if he gonna make me look dumb.
And oh God, you'll never pick them again the rest of the season.
Oh my God! But we got motherfuckers having the nerve to pick Kirk Cousins as their MVP and whatnot.
Where?
Listen,
Okay.
I know a couple of people. It ain't me.
Yeah,
a man that I call Kirk, not my cousins.
Listen, go on your social media and start sharing. Let's see if these people are interested.
Justin, get out of there, please.
Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta.
Adam, huh? The Cleveland what?
Let's see. Damn,
Cleveland.
That is tough for me in both scenarios.
I'll do Cleveland.
Jacoby Brissett did show that he has a little bit of moxie in it.
Offensive line, run game, that's all I need.
Yeah, and
Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
Atlanta got some injuries with them.
And Atlanta gonna Atlanta at the end of the day.
I think we're both going Cleveland on that one.
I'm sorry. I know Matt Ryan not there no more, but it's still the Atlanta Falcons. Damn. I'm just sad that Matt Ryan brought that funk over the Indy, ruining Jonathan Taylor.
Listen, man, I'm just glad that
So basically, from that, you can already tell who I'm picking for whoever they play. I think they play Tennessee this week, but we'll get to that shit.
Yeah, that it's the fact that after this, he probably gonna be done too, because they're gonna
no choice.
Because if you can't, because that's one of those teams that
it's set.
Yeah, it's
set.
It's like Russell Wilson in Denver. Like, you need to do better,
way better, especially the other motherfuckers.
Because you're looking like, hey, we could have kept Chase Young in here or whatever quarterback. Was it Chase Young on that team at one point in time?
For who? Which
Denver.
team? Denver? No, Drew Lock, Travis. I mean, they had a revolving door of motherfuckers over there, but still, it's like, get it together, nigga. We just gave you 200. We just gave you we gave you over $250,000. $250,000, and my offense looking like this? No. But then again, I'm down on Russell Wilson right now, B. I am, because the problem is his funk is really starting from years ago. Is really starting to come to light. He puts on this fake persona like he's a team guy. You're not a team guy. He's not a team guy. I'm sorry. If he was a team guy, Legion of Boom and all those niggas that he had them success with earlier would not talk about him or act about him the way that they act about him.
That is true.
But the problem is, you think, damn, where's it coming from? I'm like, motherfuckers want to keep blaming Pete Carroll about that play for the Super Bowl. It's like, you see how Russ move and how things have evolved. It's like, there's a good chance, not even good chance, chances almost likely that wasn't even Pete Carroll's call. That was Russell Wilson who just said, fuck that, I'm throwing this shit.
And then Pete Carroll just took, we got to find out. I think it's always
the
been...
the way this shit has been moving, because if it was the other way around, Richard Sherman...
And they may have accepted it more.
Baldwin and all them niggas would not be still loving Pete Carroll the way they love Pete Carroll. Bro, you mentioned Russell Wilson to them niggas, they spit on his name. Richard Sherman posts troll shit on Twitter about him. A guy that he fought battles with for years. A play like that, if you gonna change it, you better make sure you come through. But the problem is, it's the phony shit too. It's like you change, you trying to make shit about you, let Russ cook and shit years later too. But you want all that stuff, you not even coming through.
And that's the thing about and this is what I said. When
want
people,
all that stuff and you not even coming
when
through.
When people want the Peyton Manning treatment,
okay,
you have to and granted,
there's no problem giving it to you. You just better make sure you come through.
He's at a point now where he should be veteran enough to get the Peyton, and should get the Peyton, and he talks like he wants the Peyton Manning treatment. Like I said, I don't believe that quarterback year 3 should get that Peyton Manning treatment where they just get a loose go of the whole entire offense. Some people aren't ready for that.
Listen. There's 2 motherfuckers. One off the top of my head, I know. I'm forgetting the other one, but actually no, I remember both. What the fuck am I talking about? All I know is right now, when it comes to quarterback play, productivity, and development and whatnot, actually there's 3. Hurts, Lamar, and Josh Allen have completely deaded that shit for all quarterbacks going forward now. Like, you have no excuses. None. Because if anyone could tell me that Allen was going to turn into what he's turned into, no way. Not this.
Okay. That's still 3 out of 75 quarterbacks has been cycled through the system.
Talent, let me tell you why I mentioned that. Because I've heard you say stuff like this too, where 2 or 1 people have knocked that excuse for such and such and such and such and such. You've said that.
Okay.
You've said that. That's all I'm saying.
Said what? Didn't hear what you said. I said.
In terms of some of these quarterbacks don't get that long excuse and long passes and stuff like that.
I think they set quarterbacks up by trying to make them by trying to loosen up their offense to them like they're Peyton Manning, and say like, okay, now here goes the whole entire offense. Here goes the whole entire control up. Here goes the whole entire playbook and the whole entire control of the offense. Open this up. Here you go. Now go play. And I still think some of them are learning in year 3. But they will be better off if they were coached properly.
Coached properly, but also you got
because they may be because they could be that person in year 6.
One thing that I've also really like become glaring, and it's crazy how this became that glaring to me. There's a lot of motherfuckers who really do not put the time in to become better, and there's others who really do put in that time to become better.
Not everybody's Peyton Manning.
Fuck. No.
Peyton Manning had a different mind. You know what was funny?
No,
we can see it during the Peyton cast. How he runs offense.
You don't even need to go, Peyton. You don't even need to go that far.
Okay.
Josh Allen alone. Lamar Jackson alone. Jalen Hurts alone. You telling me there's year after year from all those guys, you haven't seen major difference from how each one looks year to year?
No, yeah.
It's night and day.
Okay, so these are the elites in the RPO.
It's not even just RPO. What I'm saying is, watch when they first get in this league. We're not even talking like all these guys are in year 6, year 7. They're most of them. Two of them just got. Well, one of them is trying to get into. Listen. One of them is trying to get to that big payday. He's betting on himself. Another one a year ago just got to the payday. The other one, he's still trying to prove him. He's in the prove it year to his own team that he's worthy of the big payday. But it's clear as day that those 3 dudes, granted, yes, the organization has to have success on not being stubborn and willing to be open to adapt to what works for you. But here's where the caveat comes into.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's what the caveat comes into.
Okay.
All those organizations did that for them for a year, and they still needed to go and put in work. But you can tell that after that year of them putting that trust in those guys, the following year it's like, oh shit. Especially Allen and Hurts. Granted, it's only 3 games on Hurts, but you can clearly see it's like, who's this dude playing quarterback right now? I've seen you play before. Granted, I know you have the mentality to go do it, but the fact that it's like this right now, this is like, wow. Like, salute to him. Salute to Lamar, because he's definitely gotten more accurate in terms of ball placement and whatnot. I just hope it continues so I can stuff it all in Chill Will's face. And Josh Allen, man, listen, I don't even need to go there. Him right now, if someone came to my face and told me he's the best quarterback in the league, you're not getting no fight from me right now when it comes to him.
I understand. You're still talking about 3 quarterbacks that had an elite physical attribute over their opponents. That's one, right? No, let me finish. All right, you're talking about 3 quarterbacks that had an elite physical attribute, one elite physical attribute over all of their opponents, right? When those 3 names that you specifically brought in, their team did the right thing by building the offense around their abilities. Not, hey, let me just go ahead and open this up to you and just fit you in some box and be like, oh, just because you're in year 3, I am opening this up to you. And you have no weapons, you've had a bad offensive line. No. They opened this up to these teams and they made sure these guys all except for Lamar Jackson. And even Lamar Jackson's team has been built around him from the running aspect of it. They just haven't been able to find him vertical talent. That's been Baltimore's number one thing. And what are you shaking your head about?
Because you're missing what I'm really saying.
As you've missed what I've been saying.
No. What I'm really saying is salute to those guys for putting in the real work to becoming a better quarterback in the National Football League. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't think some teams.
No.
I don't want to blame some guys for not putting in work, though. I think they all put in work. I think some of them are victims of organizational malpractice.
I will. I understand that fully, but can
some of them just suck.
No. Can you legitimately say that some of these quarterbacks that we still see struggle over and over and over? Can you really tell that they've been? Does it feel when you watch them that they've put in work to be better? Some of these guys
are circumstantial. Because I'm trying to think of who.
I mean, I know some organizations just fucking suck.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to think from
it's just
some of the
like,
guys. Some of the guys we're thinking about also. They also can never get healthy. Like some of those guys, like that's the one ability that they don't have. They don't have health.
What I'm trying to get at is dudes like those three are making it a lot harder for dudes like the Baker Mayfields, the Sam Darnolds, the Daniel Joneses of the world to, it's like
3 hurt guys with no elite talent. Just saying. 2 things I mentioned, like 2 things that I mentioned that those guys have over them.
You at least have to show some type of consistent promise. At least one of those dudes that I mentioned at least showed some type of promise. Granted, he gets clowned. But at least he shows some type of fighting promise.
But okay, so
that's what. Granted, this is one time that I will come to Baker Mayfield's defense. He at least strikes as the type of dude where it's like, okay, can you at least get me on an organization that is not a dog shit organization? But the other dude, no, the other dude, Darnold, no. There's no defense for him right now.
Injuries with no.
There's no defense for him right now. For a guy to just get traded to that team, the guy who was picked right before you to come to that team, you were on that team last year. You had got benched the year prior for a dude who used to play for that team, who looked like he had no business playing quarterback. You're about to be the guy again, but they still go bring this dude, Baker Mayfield, over, and he still takes the job over you and is the starting quarterback week 1, and he only been there for a month? Oh, no. No. That is
and
not...
Baker don't look that much better. He really don't.
But still, it's the fact that he can do that to Donald. That is a dude right there who
he may have
you not working on yours. I know you not.
But no,
No. You're not putting the type of work necessary because What do you mean never been healthy? What long injury has Sam Darnold had? What long month, 2 month, whole year injury has he had?
Sam Darnold has been injured almost every single year of his career.
List the injuries.
From being out with mono.
Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that.
He lost 40 pounds and was out for like 2 months.
What's next?
You just said you said when was he ever out for months? He was out for 2 months, couldn't eat, couldn't train, couldn't practice.
Next.
Okay, so I'm giving you examples and you're like, okay, and you're brushing them off. Okay, so okay. So there's something I said. It's something very specific that I said about some of the guys you're mentioning, right? They're injury-prone quarterbacks, right? That have no elite talent. Like, so they have nothing that can separate them from an average person, and they can't stay on the field enough to help learn the game and progress themselves because they're always trying to come back from something. That's part because the same thing you just said about Baker Mayfield. It just happened like in year 4 for him versus year 1 and 2 for Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold has always had a setback. The very next year, he had another injury. And then you forgot he was on the Jets. Never learned, had no proper training, didn't know how, wasn't taught the game. It's like the same thing we should talk about those young Knicks. It's the difference that R.J. Barrett had between the coach he had in year 1 and the coach he had in year 2, because by the time he got Tom Thibodeau, he finally learned how to be a professional from a professional coach. These guys didn't have professionals until possibly right now, and he's on a team and half of his weapons are injured.
All I'm saying to you is guys like
Baker Mayfield
Allen,
has more
all
experience.
I'm saying to you
They're all the
is
same
guys
guy.
like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson are making it tougher for some of these dudes not producing within the first 3-4 years. They're making it tougher. They're making it tougher.
When you look at the surface level, you can say that. When you break it down,
Talon,
I'm
actually shocked that you're making excuses for this.
I'm not making excuses.
Yes, you are.
Because
You're
the Jets
making
did not do
excuses.
for Sam Darnold
You're flat out making
what Buffalo
excuses.
has done for Josh Allen. They didn't do for him what they did for Baltimore. They didn't do them what they did for Kansas City.
Jalen Hurts have to get thrown in there because Carson Wentz was stinking up the joint and have to find a way to produce to show at least enough.
And he has an elite talent that's simple.
Oh my! You're not even letting me finish. I'm talking about the year he got thrown in there as a rookie because Carson Wentz was stinking up the goddamn joint.
Okay, Jalen Hurts has an elite talent.
Now!
He just learned how to run? Jalen Hurts just learned how to run. His elite talent is his legs.
So Sam Darnold didn't have legs?
No!
Really?
He has no damn legs. No,
Rewind and find his 40-yard touchdown
He has no
runs,
NFL
his 50-yard
no
touchdown
NFL
runs.
runs.
Find it.
Who?
Find it.
Who you talking about?
Are you serious?
Who you talking about?
Sam Darnold?
Sam, 50-yard run in the NFL? He has no NFL legs. He has no NFL speed. You talking about his college runs?
All right.
Show me a Sam Darnold 50-yard run. Who are you talking about? You talking about Daniel Jones when he fell on his face? That dude is not athletic. I'm sorry. He has no elite talent. You're telling me he has the same legs that Jalen Hurts has? You telling me he has the same speed that Lamar Jackson has? You telling me he has the same size that Josh Allen has in Buffalo? I'm sorry. Slow. Missed tackle. Slow. I'm sorry. Where's athleticism?
I saw a 46-yard touchdown.
Whatever, Pete. Come on, man.
I saw a 46-yard touchdown.
We saw the same thing from Daniel Jones. We wouldn't call Daniel Jones athletic.
He is athletic.
You wouldn't call.
He is athletic.
He doesn't have elite speed. I'm sorry.
I didn't say he have elite
He doesn't
speed.
have Okay, you saying that's elite talent?
And Josh Allen has elite speed?
Josh Allen has an elite talent. His size.
When he first came into the league, he didn't. He had to get developed.
Oh my God, Josh Allen came in with a big boy with a big arm. Elite talent.
So when Josh Allen first came into the league, you thought he was going to be this. You thought he was going to be this.
I didn't think
you
any
thought
of
he was
these
going to
guys
be
would
this.
be except for Jalen Hurts.
You thought Josh Allen was going to be what he was.
I didn't think any of them was going to be this except for Jalen Hurts.
You're proving my point. I literally just told you that guys like Allen, Hurts, and Jackson are making it tougher to have excuse for these young quarterbacks.
They also
so Justin Fields, your time is ticking.
You're mentioning
Zach Wilson, your time is ticking.
Well, duh, we know that. But they also,
shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars for getting a competent head coach to coach Trevor Lawrence.
Those guys were never ever put in winning situations. They were always set up for a bad scenario. Not just their first year, their second year, and their third year, and then they had injuries. Then you give me bad examples. Then
Jalen Hurts got thrown in middle of the year without knowing who the fuck he was throwing to,
and he has an elite talent.
Carson Wentz couldn't do jack shit.
He has a game-breaking talent that you can't account for. Speed. Like Lamar Jackson. Speed.
He has speed.
They both have it.
He just has long strides.
They both
has
have
mobility.
it.
That's it.
They both have it. They have an elite talent. I'm sorry. Daniel Jones has no elite talents. Sam Darnold has no elite talents. Baker Mayfield has no elite talents. Kirk Cousins has no elite talents. See, you're better off using Kirk Cousins is making guys like that look bad. What's his name? Derek Carr is making guys like Sam Darnold. Those guys have an elite talent that can separate them from everybody.
That's actually shameful that you're making excuses for these.
I'm not. No, you're giving me bad examples.
No, I'm
because
not.
No, you are.
I'm not.
No, you
No,
are.
I'm not. No,
You
I'm
know,
not.
you know what?
No, I'm not. Because 2 of them 3 guys are still right now
And-
at this moment needing to prove themselves. Because that quote unquote elite talent that you're talking about, if they really had it, they wouldn't have to be fighting like this to prove
No,
themselves.
because
like
it's still a talent.
No,
because
no.
It is still
Not
a
at all.
talent.
Not at all. Because that other quarterback that they have
can I finish
quote
my
unquote
sentence?
elite talent.
That elite talent that you're talking about is still something that has a scarlet letter in the NFL. Quarterbacks with elite speed. You see how they still talk about Lamar Jackson? They still talk about him as if they want him to. We just heard this. They came out. All these unanimous GMs and coaches came out, and they don't think that he'll ever be an elite quarterback. When they don't ever think
Exactly. But yet he keeps doing what he's doing
because he has elite talent.
But it's not good enough for people.
Because it's not
It's not good-
conventional.
it's not good enough
It's
for
not
people.
conventional quarterback talent.
That's the problem.
But what they are now, they are the conventional quarterbacks. Those guys that are talking, they're antiquated. These guys are the elite of the elite now. They are the elite quarterback. You see when these next 3 fuddy duddies or these last 2 fuddy duddies wash out, these guys are the elite talents. Who's left? Tom Brady and TB and GB. Those are the only 2 guys left. When they wash out, this is the elite of the elite in the NFL.
Making excuses for them quarterbacks.
I'm not making excuses. I'm
Yes,
just telling
you
you,
are.
you're comparing them to guys.
No, I'm not saying that their organizations are not failing them. I'm not saying that at all.
But
I'm saying that those dudes have also done what they need to do to look better from the quarterback position to where you can legitimately say that if shit's not getting done, at least those dudes have gotten better. At least those dudes have gotten better.
So, was Baker Mayfield not getting better up to his injury point? Okay, no. Was Baker Mayfield... Okay, because, see this thing. Baker Mayfield was getting better, and then he got injured, and everybody shitted on him, and he got traded. Because after his injury, they're like, oh, okay, we don't know now. Sam Darnold has been injured. You see, the guys you talk about, I've said one specific thing about them. Guys who are... You brought up guys who are injured, who have no elite talent. And then also, they were also victims of franchise malpractice. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that the guys that you're comparing them to are guys with elite talent, and their teams did everything to make sure that they're the man. Their teams did everything to make sure they were successful. The teams that they were on didn't even know how to be successful to try to make them successful. So losing begat losing.
Second round pick.
Now,
late first round.
Okay, now, what I would agree with you is that guys like Derek Carr, right? Regular guys with no elite talent. I got no elite speed. I can't just run and break away from everybody on any given break and play. Like those guys.
Excuses.
No, not excuses. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm giving them better comparables. Like something that can more equate to to who they are. They're not Josh Allen. Are you leaving or are you just going to the bathroom? You never know what he's doing. And we're not even going to get finished with these picks. I'm sorry, guys. Like this is how we get on the MyT Sports Podcast. And listen, we don't have to worry about breaking for commercials, so we just keep going until we get tired. Until somebody taps out. Let's continue to get into it, folks. Let's make sure that we give you guys the rest of these picks so that we can get out of here. Let's see, how much longer do we have left into the show? We got about like 17 minutes. I think we can get a few more picks in here for you guys. And then if anything, you guys just go ahead and you check on my social media page and you'll be able to see the rest of the picks that are out there. Folks, we have Cleveland and Atlanta. We already went and did that pick. Next up, we have Washington Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not even going to front with you. I don't trust anything Washington. I don't know why. Like it's the whole water closet thing. Like every time I see WC, I think water closet, and I feel like you should be shitted on. Also, Dallas looks all right. I ain't gonna say they look good, but Dallas looks comparable. Like they look like they have a fighting chance. They're 2-1. They may not be ranked high, but against Washington, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this. Especially we're talking about a division rivalry. Listen, Dallas is just a better team. They should be a better team. Better defense, better offense, better pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's. Like that kind of shit. I wonder if the Mets won today too. They have their score popping up as well. So for Dallas and Washington, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Dallas. When it comes to Detroit and Seattle, I wonder if I have a lot of home teams in here. I think I went home a lot. Listen, I don't try to go home. I really don't. I'm not the kind of person that's trying to does a lot of homer picks, but I think I went home a lot on these. I went Detroit over Seattle. I like what Detroit has been doing this year. You can't tell me that Detroit hasn't caught your eye this year. Like I don't think you can't tell me that and it's been something that we've been making fun of since last year when their coach came out talking about I'm gonna bite off body parts all over the place. But ever since, wait, did he bounce? He may have bounced. Hope he knows I'm going to the bar after this. For real. I'm heading straight to the bar after this. Head to premieres. Get myself a couple of shots. I was invited for shots. Definitely gonna go see it. And plus, I told you, I'm trying to catch up with the director of In Art We Lust 3. What is In Art We Lust 3? Oh, guys, I'm so glad you asked. Right, so In Art We Lust 3 is an immersive, female-driven art showcase benefiting the National Breast Cancer Foundation. In Art We Lust 3 represents the talents of local South Florida artists. So you're able to enjoy a night of live musicians, DJs, raffles, vendors, live body art, and more. So on October 21st at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Coral Springs Centers at the Arts, you'll be able to meet some of South Florida's most brilliant creative minds. You'll also be able to take home some beautiful works of art also for great cause as well. And if you guys know, the MyT Sports Podcast is having a raffle for 2 tickets to In Art We Lust 3. So every Wednesday at Sharky's from 8 to 11, you can come and join the raffle. We'll be doing a drawing until October 12th. And October 12th is also when we will be announcing the winners as well, promptly at 10 p.m. And again, that show again is on October 21st at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts. If you would like to go purchase your tickets yourselves personally, you can go purchase them at thecenterscs.com. Just use promo code ART22. Alright, he's back. What you doing after this? 'Cause I'm going to premieres.
Oh, hell no. I'm not going nowhere else. My house. Oh. You crazy?
What? I'm going to premieres after this.
Hell no.
I thought I'd let you know.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm petrified driving these Coral Springs streets after hours.
Are you going to buy some tickets to the art show?
No.
What?
Why would I go to the art show?
Cause it's a great show.
Cause why? What's at the art show?
It's an all-female art event.
Ooh, when you put it like, define all-female, like.
So, see, he wasn't here to hear all this. So we're talking about all-female artists, all-female vendor, female DJs, female director, female body art, female.
You now you have my. You said female body art. Now you have my attention. Everything else was like, okay, I can see all that stuff anywhere else.
And as you guys know, like, and so this is a grown folks event.
Oh.
This is a completely grown folks event at the Coral Springs Center of the Arts. What the hell? What's going on, sis?
Somebody living down there?
What?
Your roommate?
No, over across?
Downstairs.
No.
Hurry up.
So everybody just popped up on the MyT Sports Podcast today. You coming to premieres with me after this? Where you coming from?
Nowhere. Absolutely.
That's the sound of disappointment.
Alrighty. We got 17 minutes to get the rest of these picks in.
Less than 17 minutes. You said that 5 minutes ago.
Alrighty. So who you got between Dallas and Washington?
Who cares? Dallas, I guess, if I have to.
Alright.
Because Washington is
Detroit
cheeks.
and Seattle. I already did these 2 picks. on the air. So I'm trying to get you caught up to speed.
I'll get the Lions. Fuck it.
Yeah, I went with the Lions too. Like I don't know why. Like he's getting through to them.
Seattle, they had their moment week 1 when they beat the Broncos.
Yeah,
so,
the whole team wanted to beat
you know
him.
what I'm saying?
It was a team against one man.
So it's like, come on now.
Right. Tennessee and Indy.
Where's the game played?
Indy.
Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Titans.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, I have a thing against
Matty, quote unquote ice.
No, because I have to pick Indy on this. I'm picking Indy, even though I have something against Matt Ryan. I have something against what's his name Moore.
Ooh.
What is this?
The coach?
Marijuana. No, not the coach. The quarterback.
That's what I said, Matt Ryan.
No, Tannehill.
Oh,
The other Ryan. I just remember his name. You know I'm petty as fuck. Like so.
You got to let that. I almost forgot he was a Dolphins quarterback.
So my division.
That's how much he didn't do shit for them.
Listen, man. People used to talk about him a little too much for my liking down here. They were
Wow.
they were in love with Tannehill down here. Yes. Oh my God, they love them some Tannehill, especially the women. Like oh, he's so sweet. He's so like. Listen, man. Like, oh, it was just annoying from everybody.
Sweet from
searching my
Tannehill, son. Crime scene investigator.
For real.
You have all these little gadgets.
Yeah, I keep stuff around. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears take on the New York Giants, and
New York Football
I
Giants.
got to take the New York Giants as well. Even though the Chicago Bears have a record of 2-1, like I said,
Yeah.
they have a record of 2-1, but they're power ranked at
Yeah.
at 27th, and the Giants are power ranked 22nd. Yeah, it's like that. Like, we got to be seen over here, you know.
Exactly. We're dark.
Like we need light. You look at that. Light.
All of it.
We go for it all. We got to catch them all like Pokemon. You know what I mean? So, you said you're already going to Giants. So after this, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't know
why. I don't know why I'm hearing too much Jacksonville. They look good. They look good though, because they got things that equate to being successful. And stuff.
You know the biggest thing they have that equates to being successful? No Urban Myers.
No Urban Meyer alone gives Jacksonville a chance, but I'm going Philly because the problem. Because the problem is everything that people is loving Jacksonville for is the same stuff that Philly has in terms of offensive line, defensive line. I'm like,
don't you guys worry. My sister's just in the background is using my massager. Okay.
The vibrator.
She's using she's using the massager.
Yeah, the massage. Like, come on, man.
Listen, massager is just code word for vibrator.
So you have to fall into the foolishness.
But she knows how I talk about. Listen, everybody knows I talk in double entendres.
Anyway, continue, bro.
That's exactly what I needed.
Continue.
All right, so next up we have. Wait, who did you pick on that one?
Philly.
You picked Philly? Okay. Next up we have your Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know I'm picking Philly. Come on, man.
Wait.
I got money on Philly this year.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you bet. Listen, man.
Listen, what did I say? I said Philly. Where my shit at? I said Philly for the division. I said Philly for the NFC. No, 13, not 15. Watch your mouth. I said 13, not 15. 13 wins. The NFC East, NFC Championship game for the Philadelphia Eagles, at least, and Jalen Hurts MVP.
Don't get the beast, man. Please.
You even hear him getting spicy all day today.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, he's been on his one-on-one today. Like for real.
Y'all can shut the hell up. I know that.
What's that? Clothes?
It's a closet.
Like, I don't got no skeletons. Actually, I do have one skeleton in there. Actually.
That's a big closet.
Oh no, yeah, it's like a New York apartment in there.
Might find some condoms in there.
Nah, no, I don't keep no condoms in there.
Lord,
but actually,
mercy.
I'm lying. There's some.
I don't need to hear that.
Listen. I remember one day, 'cause I used to keep a curtain right there, and I had everybody here, and I have my broad. I dropped the curtain of that motherfucker and got my some squeak on.
Nice.
Niggas was like,
Nice.
T, You're not doing. There's like you
Yes.
could have just asked us to leave. I'm like, man,
Man,
out.
that.
What is squeakum?
Squeak, 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 squeak.
What is that?
The sound the bed makes when you're making love.
Your bed makes squeakum sound?
Yes.
That means you need a new bed, brother.
I was gonna say like.
It's the generic sound. And plus, I used to fuck on a lot of barrack breads.
Okay, look, we don't want to hear.
Listen,
we don't
you
wanna
came
hear-
here.
Yeah. I mean, this is how we talk.
Listen,
I was invited.
listen. I know you just didn't pop up for no reason.
Hello.
Listen. Your New York. Oh, my New York Jets versus
Steelers
Never
next.
mind. I'm going Steelers as well. I wrote it down. I must be. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jets. Jack Wilson is just now coming back because against the Steelers, they have too much pride. Like they have good defense.
The Tua situation will inspire Tomlin because God forbid something like that ever happened in Pittsburgh. Tua would have never saw that field. You fucking sorry organization that you are, Miami Dolphins. Yes, I said it. I live in Florida. You're a piece of shit organization. How do you let a man come back out there looking like that? Practically on his deathbed. Out here seizing up, throwing up gang signs and shit. Should have never been back in the game. You sorry organization. That's why you guys always suck. Selling your souls out for wins. Bullshit organization. Be quiet over there, audience. Thank you. Nobody asked for your input.
Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens. Yo, this is the go hard or go home game of the week.
Yo,
Like this.
I'm
is, this,
so back and forth between that game. Damn it. Because that Ravens defense can't stop a fucking cold if they wanted to.
Oh, that is. I already picked them.
And then the Bills lost the way they lost last week. Oh, shit.
I may have to switch my pick to Buffalo, just because Buffalo lost and Baltimore can't stop a goddamn nosebleed. Buffalo's gonna want revenge.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo. I'm gonna take Buffalo on that. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, once. Yeah.
But Lamar will do his thing. It will not be. They will not lose because of Lamar Jackson.
Damn, that's gonna be a tough one. And they're in Baltimore.
Yeah, they're in Baltimore. They will not lose because of Lamar Jackson.
Damn pick. Alrighty.
But then again, Baltimore could do the run game and control the clock. Fuck.
Hey.
If it's a low-scoring game, Baltimore wins. If it's a high-scoring game, Buffalo wins.
You know, these are two quarterbacks with elite talents, so you you never know what to expect.
Don't take me back down that path, Tyler. Okay, I'm telling you, they are not giving excuses for some of these people.
What? I'm not gonna say
They're making it. Let me say that back.
Chargers
It's not
and Texans.
that they're not making excuses. They're making it hard to leave excuses for some of these people.
Chargers or Texans?
Charges. That's my guy Herbert, man. My guy Herbert got to get right. The Texans are tough are playing tough. Shout out to Lovie Smith.
Yeah, but it ain't their time yet. Like that's about it. They may play tough and not me be about it. Arizona versus Carolina. Oh, Carolina, on prawns. Jump on prawns. Oh, Carolina is that team that make you jump on prawns. On prawns. Jump on. I picked Arizona.
So you did all that. So let me get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. That shit took unnecessarily 30 seconds of our lives for him to just say he picked Arizona. Anyway, Arizona next. I can't stand this. Oh God.
All right, so next up we got
The brother that drives you crazy, but you love him to death. I swear to God.
You have no idea.
So we got the Cheetahs versus the Packers. I picked the Packers.
Yeah, I've taken the Packers. But it's the fact you called them the Cheetahs.
Listen, you are what your records say you are.
Cool. Hey, but listen, for my betting motherfuckers, take the Pats to cover that spread. They're giving Green Bay 10.5. I don't know why. Green Bay's offense isn't worth shit. There's no reason for them to be favored that much at all, especially versus a Bill Belichick team. They'll cover that shit. The Packers win.
Now, next game we have are the Denver Broncos versus the 0-3. I'm gonna be the first team from last year to not make it into the playoffs this year. Raiders.
Cause if them niggas go to 0-4, oh my god!
You gonna pick?
Is it really this? I thought they played the what? Hold on. I
What's
thought
that?
they played somebody else this week. I'm tripping.
I'm on week 4. Listen, I downloaded this directly. Like, this is their file. I didn't type up anything.
I thought they played somebody else.
Listen, I got this straight from NFL site or whatever and made a PDF out of it.
Raiders this week. Raiders.
I'm going Denver on that one. Like, I'm gonna expect Russell Wilson. He's gonna have to come back. And
I'm going off the simple fact that the Raiders can't fall 0-4.
well, I'm going.
You
off the
can't
simple
do
fact,
all that shit that you did and you go 0-4.
Well, I'm going off the simple fact that every single year, 6 teams from that made it to the playoffs last year has not going to make it this year, and Las Vegas is making themselves a front runner to be the first ones.
And you're not wrong.
So somebody got to do it. Let it be them.
You're not wrong. But what I'm getting at is basically based off how the Broncos have looked so far this year, I have no reason to pick them.
Word. All right, let's get these 2 winners out the way. Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I got Kansas City.
Shit. That's a tough game. Fuck.
All right, while you think about that, LA
Yeah,
Rams
next
versus
game.
San Francisco. That's the Monday night game, and that's the last
49ers.
game. You're going 49ers. Now back to Kansas City versus Tampa Bay.
Fuck.
I went San Francisco as well, folks.
Shit.
This may be the go hard or go home game
Brady.
of the week. He's going Tom Brady, folks. That is the Mighty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Thomar Taylor. This is my co-host, KJ the Quiet Storm. And
Damn
we
it.
are
Mahomes
out
gonna make
here.
me. Mahomes gonna make me regret.
Call him KJ the Quiet Storm.
Damn it.